Welcome, everyone, to the first installment of the Orizon A D&D 5th edition campaign. I'm joined by my three lovely players.
My three lovely uncles.
And we are going to just begin with a bit of introductions about what's going on. This is our secondary campaign that we have going on during the week. We also do another campaign named Draenora that happens on Saturdays. So if you're watching on YouTube rather than on the live stream right now, then you can click the link to the Twitch or just go to DomaGaming on Twitch and you'll be able to catch these streams when they go live at their designated times. But let's get into this. Music brought to you by Blake. So then we're going to go through with a little bit of an introductory thing for how everybody came to the area of where we are and why. So everybody, character-wise, is a bit all over the place, but all of you have kind of a shared reason for adventure. So, seeking this adventure, or answers, or prey, depending on who you are and you know who you are, there were a few opportunities for what you could do. And the one that piqued each of your interests was an expedition to the continent of Urur with a party to go and investigate one of the ancient ruins from before the breaking, with the promise of untold treasures, powers, and secrets, and information lost to the ages. Upon each of your own desires, you decided to join these expedition parties. Though, upon arrival, two different parties had touched down their airships on the sands, leading into this canyon. Currently, there are 6 of you. Well, 7 of you. A fair-skinned Suki, standing tall with her 3 companions. A woman clad entirely in red clothing. A man clad in blue clothing. And a tiefling. And in the other party, coming from the secondary airship, a large, darkly feathered Aarakocra and a very vibrant, lightly skinned Aasimar, as well as an elf to complete their party. Small vessels were used to transport each of you. But as everybody stands here, gazing upon the sandstone architecture, you begin to see each of the other people in this area.
Okay.
So, without really saying much of anything to each other, both of the expedition parties are aware of what each of them are there for. You can see a bit of camaraderie between the 2 separate parties of people. There's a bit of a dynamic going on between their conversating. until eventually everybody begins to move towards these ruins. I'm gonna need everybody to make a history check.
Okay. I do believe I actually have proficiency with history because of my noble background.
Oh,
Oh my
first
god.
nat 20.
First nat 20 goes
First
to
roll of the
caution.
game.
Fits my background too.
Okay, so walking through this small canyon here in the middle of this large desert in the southern area of Udur, you begin to look and notice glyphs, these markings all over the walls in a language that none of you understand. But caution, you do recognize some of these glyphs, and you can confirm that this type of writing belonged to one of the ancient peoples from before the breaking.
What is it? I know this might be probably not possible. But I have the helmet of what is it? Comprehending languages. Just is it like because it's like such an like ancient language, would I still be able to like comprehend what it says?
You can get the literal meaning of it.
Oh, okay.
So,
not in this case. I don't wanna do that. Never mind.
as in, you would be able to read it, but it would be very, very literal, and you wouldn't be able to like get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yes.
How does everybody want to approach?
Well, first of all, I'll just go ahead and speak up. This is not of a race that exists anymore. They're all dead from before the breaking.
Very interesting indeed. This is fantastic to see this wonderful bit of history.
It's quite interesting, but not very much to me.
Anyway, deciphering it would be quite difficult.
As you begin to conversate, the other members of your party, the other four, begin to walk up towards these very tall, what look like sandstone mixed with granite doorways, just beneath this large triangle atop the doorway. They seem to be about 20, maybe 30 feet tall. You can't quite tell. And with a large and heavy push from all four of the members, it begins to slowly slide open, and sand begins to fall from the ceiling. And you begin to look inside, and for a moment, it's dark. But as you begin to peer down this long hallway, you can see that it is illuminated by torchlight. And the party of four presses forward.
Torches still lit?
Well, possibly magic in use here?
I guess so. Let's go on ahead. Catch
Aye,
up with the other four.
probably best, but we must be careful. If magic is involved, who knows what else they can do.
So the three of you push forward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We try and catch up with the other 4
Yeah.
if they're further on ahead.
They are slightly further ahead, but they're standing in this small little room, in just before the long hallway starts, kind of waiting. So as you stand in this room, you begin to look onto the walls, and there are large cracks just going all the way through the architecture, but it still feels smooth to the touch. There's sand and bits of rubble that kind of just fall from the ceiling every once in a while, and as you begin to peer down this hallway, you can see branches going to the left and right. Now, upon signing up for this expedition, you knew that this party of 4 was looking for some kind of treasure. But the details were very vague and didn't offer much information.
What do you see?
Well, I mean, oh, this beats me.
Come on, out with it. You're going to take your sweet time. I might as well go on ahead. I'm gonna move forward
Okay.
1 block by a time.
Well, what are you doing while you're moving?
Just looking around slowly.
Okay, because
moving forward.
you've hit a corner.
Yeah.
So do you want to
wanna
like
look.
peer around?
Like peer my head around like halfway.
Okay.
Halfway between these two, and just kind of like sneak my head over.
Yeah, I gotcha. So you look down the hallway, but it seems to just end.
Just like nothing down the hallway?
Yeah, it seems to just hit a wall.
Dead end this way.
Is there another hole to the left?
No.
I'll check.
Why?
I'll check.
Why would they have a hall that leads to nowhere?
Who knows? What is that?
And you hear a familiar voice as you've been traveling with this party individually, coming from the back. You hear a voice go, "Perhaps the wall caved in. This is an old ruin." And then the elf begins to step forward. And you're peering around the left hallway now, right?
Yeah.
So this one does not seem to have an end, and actually seems to open up into a larger area from what you can see from here. Hitting another corner and then a farther wall as well.
It seems like there is an opening over here.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Should we check the other hallway just to be safe?
yes. Why not?
So, kind of pushing past, the Tiefling is going to kind of shove everybody away and begin to move forward, and sort of angrily, "You're taking too long. We're here to get a job done."
So I see stuff woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
Alright, if you're going to shove us away, go on then.
And you
History
just
takes time to truly appreciate.
kind of rolling his eyes a bit and flaunting one of his daggers, he begins to walk just down the hallway very, very quickly.
I'll try and keep pace with him, and I'll before I go, I'll say, just go check that hallway, see if
Yeah.
there's anything there.
You know what? I'm gonna go down this hallway. Like,
Okay.
couple, like, maybe like 10, 15 feet away. So yeah, like 15. From, like, the wall, or where it ends.
Alright.
Can I perception check the, like, end of the hallway? Because it's, like, you know, like I said, you don't just build a hallway that leads to nothing.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, perception is, what? Just
Wisdom.
wisdom, yeah, okay. Wisdom and intelligence, I really,
You forget.
yeah,
Mix them up
which
a
is
bit.
like me. Okay, so yeah, it's 11. So
11?
is there anything? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
11.
okay. So you begin to walk up to the wall, and it seems to just be some sort of hallway that leads to nowhere.
Can I try to, like, not like hit it, but like try to like forcibly like push it,
Push
maybe?
it?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, make a strength check.
Okay. Well, let me just.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Ooh.
Can you enable
Strong
3D
man.
dice?
Hmm?
Can you
Oh,
enable
yes,
3D
Enable
dice?
3 dice.
Sorry,
You
but
forgot.
So-
I did roll a 19.
Yeah. So you kind of put one of your arms against the wall and kind of lean onto it, applying a bit of force, and it seems to like hold, like it's a wall.
So it's a solid wall.
That's what
That's what it would seem like.
it seemed like.
So nothing happens if I just like push on it.
Nope. Meanwhile, over on the left side, Tiefling and the rest of the party begin to slowly creep their way up their hallway, and this area seems to open up very, very much. Leading into another larger hallway. And you see skeletons. There's a skeleton laying on the floor. And then another one at the end of the hallway, at the end of a long room, clutching a chest to its chest.
Can I investigation check to see if what happened to that skeleton?
Yeah,
If I can see it.
you'd have to walk up to it though.
I'd have to walk up to it.
It's a
Alright.
investigation is like you have to
Okay.
get close to
I'll
it,
go ahead and. How close do I have to be 5 feet?
essentially, because you have to be looking it over, really
Then I
inspecting
won't.
it.
I'll just perception check the hallway instead.
Okay.
Ooh, baby.
I mean,
Highest of highs and lowest of lows.
as you're looking down the hallway, it doesn't seem to be too ominous per se, save for the skeletons on the ground. From what you can tell, you can also see at the very end, there's kind of a half circle with the symbol in the, like a triangular symbol in the center of it.
There's no danger from what I can see. It should be safe to move on ahead.
And with that, the human woman wielding two swords is going to kind of put a hand up, not say anything. After traveling with this woman, you've learned that she does not audibly speak. Instead, she speaks with hand gestures. You've never heard a single word come from this person.
Well, if
So-
there's nothing else, I'll move on.
Then she kind of grabs onto you and stops you.
Okay.
And puts a finger up and says, wait. Kind of gesturing for you to come out of the hallway. She's gonna pull out a small dagger that was kind of concealed in her boot. She's gonna take it out and just chuck it down the hallway. And then it's gonna land kind of on the other side of the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. Like right here.
Yeah, just about there. And then she's gonna shoot you a thumbs up and then start to walk through. But as she begins to slowly creep forward, as soon as she passes through this area, I'm gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw. Well, that's going to be a failure. And then as soon as she takes a step forward, a panel that was hidden begins to sink down, and then suddenly a spear just shoots through the hallway from the right and pierces directly through her head, pinning her to the wall.
She's
Also,
dead.
can I like go over there now? What is it, I guess, after like
Oh yeah, it's very, very audible.
yeah, I'm gonna go see what all the ruckus is all about.
Well, that was quite quick.
Well, that was what happened here?
What a shame. You could have
Traps.
been a good warrior.
Well, I guess as I would suppose with a building of this type, there are bound to be dangers sooner or later.
We both checked. Nothing. We knew we were going to die. We were braced for it. But still, to die in a manner like
It is quite the shame.
unfortunate.
Okay, so what does everybody want to do?
Can
you
I-
know what?
Can I check exactly where she stepped? Like, do I know where the
Oh
trap
yeah,
is now?
you saw where it went in. It was not a very large panel. And as soon as the spear had fired, it kind of began to raise itself back up, but you can recall exactly where that panel was.
Perhaps this may work. I'm gonna take out my water skin and I'm gonna like place it on the panel.
You do so, and then it kind of sinks down for a moment, and then nothing happens.
It must be on a one-time use only.
It should seem that way.
I still do not trust this hallway.
Let me continue that strategy. Perhaps there is more traps to be had here.
Yes,
I'm gonna do it for every tile. I'm gonna pick it up and just toss it. So I'm gonna move up. Okay.
Ooh.
After you toss it into, like, you toss it forward to around where the skeleton is, it snags on a sharp rock and tears open, and water begins to spill out.
Oh no, and that's done.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, hold on.
Right here, right?
Yes,
Like,
but as
before
you were
this-
stepping forward,
No, I thought that's where you said I was.
no, you tossed the water skin. I
Okay,
said.
so I misunderstood. For some reason, I thought I was like, okay, so I'm here tossing it on the skeleton, right?
No, you tossed
No,
it from
okay.
where you were.
So Well, no, I won't take it back. I'll just stay here.
Yeah, as you're stepping forward, you begin to take a step, and just slightly to the left and a little bit forward, there's another panel that begins to sink down into the ground, and you immediately know what's coming next. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Being able to
+4.
leap forward, shooting out at around thigh level, another spear flies through the air across the hallway, and you hear a loud clunking sound. And as you begin to trace the spear with your eyes, you see many, many spears stacked on the side.
Oh.
This is not a one-time use. This is far from it.
I mean, at least enough development.
I am not going down that hallway anytime soon.
Come on.
Perhaps there is a way to disable it?
Perhaps. Maybe in a
Possibly.
different room.
So, all the spears are like right here?
Yeah.
In like a mechanism?
No, they're just kind of against the ground. They're just on the ground. And as you're looking at where the original... Well, as you look to the left, you see these two giant holes in the wall. From
yeah,
where
'cause
you
they
assume...
came out with a lot of force, right?
You assume that's where the spears came from. And you begin to kind of... Just using common sense, you can see that there's one that's meant to hit your head for instant death, and then another to pin you at your legs, because from the height differentiation.
But I can only see those two for right now.
Yeah, in that section of the hallway.
Can I check for more?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
That one tease.
It's a 14.
You begin to peer around the corner, and you see a similar layout with more holes in the wall, but many, many holes. Not instead of the two big ones, there's about 8 smaller ones.
There seems to be another trap with what I can only assume are darts to come out. They don't seem big enough for spears.
Well, either way, a lot of a small thing can be dangerous.
As you're conversating, the tiefling begins to walk up, and then outstretching a hand and not changing his expression of anger on his face that he's had this entire time. He kind of lifts a hand and then completely torches the body of the woman to ash. And says, "Just getting in the way." And
I've seen worse.
You're a fool. We could have used that for cover if we needed to.
Savages.
so how do you want to go about this?
Oh, hello there.
Let's see. Okay, so I know where the holes are, right?
Yeah.
So, is it possible for me to just jump over like that?
You would need to get a running start, and you don't have enough space to do that.
No, I don't. Can I use wing?
Technically, you can.
Can I flap and go? Screw this portion.
You can.
Okay. Can I carry someone with me?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that then. I'm just gonna fly over to where I assume is safe. Just one flap.
Don't die, but
Okay, so you're gonna
Can I?
step. You're gonna
can I
step
hover?
in. You can.
Yeah, I'll hover over this area. Just
Okay, then this is what is revealed to you. A large room with many, many glyphs and sort of just images that seem to be painted onto the walls going all the way around. And once again, before you is a skeleton clutching a chest to its chest.
What do you see?
Runes of all sorts, and the skeleton clutching a chest.
Well,
I've got an idea, to say the least. I'm going to tie the skeleton and the chest with my hempen rope, and I'm going to pull it back out while still flying.
Okay. Alright, so you do that, and you kind of begin to try and fasten your rope around a portion of the skeleton, and as soon as you begin to pull it, the whole thing just falls into pieces.
The chest included?
No, just the skeleton.
Well, I'll tie it around the chest then.
Okay.
And then try the same thing.
You do so, and you begin to pull it along, like kind of at this distance, right? Like keeping it 10 feet away from you?
Yeah, so I'm here, chest here.
Yeah, I got you. So as you begin to pull it, you get up to about here, and you're still hovering backward. But as you begin to hover over the spear trap, the tiefling takes a step forward, remembering where one of the panels was, and steps on it. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
That's 12. Not gonna be enough.
It isn't, and a spear flies through the air from the second hole on the bottom and catches you in the leg. Your hands are occupied by the rope. If you drop the rope, you can use your reaction to try and use the
I'm gonna
missile.
drop it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Yo. You fool. That's how much it gets minused by.
Okay, so you're able to react in time to try and you try to kick it to try and change its trajectory, but it still like gashes into your leg and kind of rips open your leg, dealing 7 points of slashing damage.
Ugh! You imbecile!
What are you
Did you
doing?
not see what she did?
You damned savage. Did you do... I am assuming you did that on purpose.
We're all here for the same thing. Why would
I'm
I
going
try
to
to
pull out my thunder
sabotage?
cannon.
Okay.
I am going to point it at him, at his head.
He doesn't falter.
I'd like to shoot him in said head.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
He's gonna knock the cannon right out of your hand.
Plus uno for dexterity. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, this has to be a secret roll. Not one that you guys get to see. Real dice.
It's shaky, shaky, shaky. He got a 20. Nat 20.
Okay, let's see.
Dun, 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 dun,
Alright.
dun.
So you begin to lift your thunder cannon, and you place it up to the tiefling's head, and he does not falter whatsoever. But as soon as you begin to pull the trigger, with the motion of you like kind of tensing up your arm to begin to use this weapon, he immediately shrinks in size to about a third of his size and runs through your legs.
Can I possibly react to that? Like, turn around and shoot him? Or try to shoot him?
Make an attack check with disadvantage.
Okay, and also, because seeing as I have proficiency with the thunder cannon, is that also still, like, +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
The heck?
I don't know what that was.
that.
Oh.
No!
Ah.
Yo, that disadvantage messed you up.
It did.
So this small little tiefling begins to run back down the hallway, kind of just disappearing, kind of saying something under his breath that you can't audibly hear it. And you fire off your thunder cannon, but it kind of veers to the left as you kind of miscalculated where he'd be running.
Mm.
And you're gonna have
He
to
was
take an
doing
action
the-
to reload that.
He was doing the bob and weave.
Yeah, he was doing snake maneuvers.
Yeah, just sure. Well, I mean, can I do that now then? Can I just reload it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I keep flying and get out of here, please?
Yeah.
I do so.
You do so,
Just-
leaving the chest behind.
No! I'll fly
'Cause, I
back
mean, I was
and
gonna
grab
say-
it.
Well, by
Grab
this
the
point,
rope.
you've moved.
I
you've
have
moved-
70.
Yeah, but you went from here to
From
here, then here to here, and then here to
then-
here, and here to here.
That's not 70.
So from here to here is 20,
Yeah.
and then back is 40 total,
Yeah.
and then you flew up to here, which is 50, leaving the chest behind because you were avoiding the
60,
trap. and then you
70.
fly
I end up
back-
back here,
You
which
fly.
is where the trap is.
Yeah, that's what you end up back over the skeleton, which is where the rope is, because the chest is currently here. Because it was
Oh,
10
well,
feet
then I
away
end up
from you.
Here, so I grab
Yeah.
the rope and
But you're
then
now
I
on the
can make it
ground.
out.
Moving back to there is the rest of your 70 movement.
Whatever.
I know what I was doing when I was designing this.
I'm just gonna. I hate you and everything you stand for.
Well, if you're
Traps, dude.
already
this
there,
is the headshot one.
if you're already there, take the chest.
Yeah. I know. Can I pull the chest in?
Yeah, you can. It's currently here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the chest in, and I'm going to push it onto the trap.
Well, as you're pulling it over, it kind of skids along the ground.
Yeah,
And-
it triggers this trap.
It appeared like
So
the
I should
whole
get it.
thing where the skeleton is begins to kind of sink into the ground, a huge floor panel,
Great.
and bracing yourself for something to fly out of the wall. Nothing happens for a moment, and then you start to hear very, very loud slithering,
Oh no.
and it just
Snake pit.
what do you do?
I'm going to toss the chest
Okay,
over here
okay,
with complete disregard.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna toss the chest with complete disregard, and I'm gonna prepare myself. I'm gonna quickly get my hempen rope back, put it away, and I'm going to take the scary step, and I'm going to just book it.
Well, before you do
I'm
that,
gonna
you
brace
begin.
myself and ready,
Hold on.
like to
Don't
grab.
don't start moving yet.
Oh, okay.
So, as you kind of grab the chest and kind of lift it upwards, it comes up a lot easier than you're expecting. And as you toss it, you can hear something kind of moving back and forth, like as it flies through the air, kind of bumping into the insides of the chest. And are you gonna try and catch it?
Heads up.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I will try to catch it.
Okay. So just make
There's a
a
cobra inside.
make a dexterity check.
Okay.
And you kind of have your thunder cannon in your hands, and both your hands are occupied. So what are you gonna do about that?
You know what? Can I?
Try to catch.
So, would dropping it damage it?
Probably.
Give it to the woman.
You know what? I'm going to hand it quickly to the woman next to me.
Oh, okay then.
Just
Okay.
like a handoff in football.
All right. Now make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Just a straight dexterity check. This rather small chest just easily finds its way into your hands, and you catch it, expecting a bit like you brace yourself for it to kind of knock you back a bit, but it just feels like a light tap against your chest.
Where'd the tiefling go?
Well, the tiefling's tiny and gone.
Yeah, he's tiny and gone.
What is it?
Oh, he ran all the way over there.
Very nice throw, my avian friend.
Nice catch.
And as this conversation is happening, as you're quickly coiling your hempen rope, and then just you begin to see these green serpentine creatures beginning to slither out of the holes in the wall. And two larger ones coming out of the spear trap.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord above, I am not a fan of snakes.
So, 2 of them are here, ish,
Yeah.
and then the others are behind me.
Yeah.
Is this our time to run?
I would say yes, but
Try and distract the snakes before you go.
I would say
Make an opening for me.
I would say I don't want to leave our friend here behind. Also, can I possibly put... How big is the chest? Like, is it big enough for me to, like, slide it into my bag? For now?
Actually, with all of the things that you have in your bag, no.
Oh, okay. Well then...
It would be able to fit in the bag if your bag was empty, though.
No, well, I don't want to
Okay.
have my bag.
I've got an idea. Can I step of the wind and jump?
Well, that just increases your move speed and kind of like... It's kind of like running with the wind
Jump
at your back.
distance is doubled.
Yeah, but you still need to get a 10-foot running start for any jump.
Can I just dash? Can I dash through that?
You can try and run through it.
Can I torch them with my sacred flame?
Do not aim that this way.
Let me check the specifics on that spell. Hey, roll over and grab a book.
The mighty man's office.
Okay. Sacred Flame, you said?
Yes, the cantrip.
You can... Yeah, I think you make it an attack check, right?
Wait, no. I've got a better idea.
No.
But she's not gonna stop her attack. She crane like that.
Okay.
Wait, but she's holding my gun.
She is holding your gun.
She's gonna scorch your gun too.
Yo, she just fucking throws the gun onto the ground.
Like, here, hold this. I don't want to drop it. Touch, like, football touchdown, just boom!
Just boom! Just like, what are you doing? That's priceless!
She throws it up and kicks it.
Punts it down the hallway.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so I need to make a saving throw on a target.
The snakes?
It's one target.
Oh. So only one snake can be
And
saved?
you can use one hand to cast this.
Alright, roll a d20.
No, you don't make an attack check. I make a saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so I assume you want to try and torch one of the larger snakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm trying to snake I can torch.
That is good snake.
So yeah, the snake does not seem to be affected as your sacred flame kind of just appears floating above its head and kind of drops down onto it, but it doesn't seem to be too phased.
You know what? I'm going to put the chest down, like next to me, like right here.
Okay.
And I am going to take my gun back.
Snatch it.
Okay.
I was gonna say take the gun away from the crazy lady.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, so
You need to take an action to reload it.
Yeah, I did. Remember?
He said, can I just reload it now?
Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing the snakes are on the ground here.
Yeah, right in front of you.
So if I shot my thunder cannon at the ground, at them, would there be any chance of repercussion? Like what? Like, because I don't particularly know what it looks like when it shoots. Like,
Thunder comes out.
you know what? I'm gonna back off. I'm going to back up, and then I'm going to shoot it at the ground here.
Okay.
I'll roll a 1.
Just gonna see.
Or Angie's gonna take a headshot.
Headshot.
Headshot. Well, if I was meaning
I'm
to
just
do
gonna
that.
move behind him now. You.
Da, 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 da.
Almost a 2. It would have been so funny if you guys couldn't do anything about these. So, kind of aiming
died.
for one of the snakes, you begin to see this just huge weapon that you've never seen anything like before that seems to have this destructive power, Koshrin, beginning to be pointed in your direction.
No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I would personally, I would suggest possibly either moving back or not moving forward.
Fair enough. I trust you.
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot
But I
it.
warn you, I haven't shot this thing a lot. Just trying to like make him, just trying to jokingly make him a little bit uneasy about it.
Make a charisma check.
Okay. He is genuinely
Make
scared.
make a persuasion check. Yeah.
Wait, is that still just charisma?
It is charisma. Make a persuasion check. You say it with this kind of worried smile, and this deeply worries Koshrin.
Oh boy, here
As
we
you-
go
Oh
again.
boy.
As you begin to say that you do not have experience using this very powerful weapon.
So
I'm
anyway,
going to
can
die.
can I fire it here?
Mhm.
at the
You
ground?
you do
Right.
so, and you fire it at one of the snakes. You threw a 19, right? Or an 18
Mhm.
rather.
18
18,
plus 2
but it's
for
a 20.
proficiency, so it's a 20.
Not a nat 20, unfortunately.
No.
So go ahead and throw damage. And how much power do you want to pump
Also,
into
well,
this
it
thing?
is infused with thunder magic. So
Well, you get to choose when you add that because you can't just always add that. I think it's
Yeah.
got like a timer or something.
Here we go. Yeah, would it be okay if I check like right now, like right quick? Because I can pull up the PDF. Like
That's
I
exactly what I'm doing.
have.
So
Okay.
just decide what you're gonna do.
Everyone pull up the PDF.
Because I mean, like, I don't want to use it on like a couple snakes in the beginning when there might be like a bigger thing to come.
I'm going to die to these snakes.
You'll be fine.
Gunsmith,
Just don't
Thundermonger.
die.
It doesn't
Easy
say
for you
anything
to see.
about time. That's the thing.
I'll just double check it really quick.
Okay.
Just decide what you want to do.
I mean, I guess I will.
No, I think
I
it's
guess.
yeah, you could just do it.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do fucking thunder shot with the thundermonger.
Okay,
So that is
so
a total of 4d6s, because
yeah, 2d6 piercing and then 2d6 thunder.
All right.
Okay, so just exploding forward, these just metal slugs begin to fly through the air, just crackling with this like just bluish lightning as it flies through the snake and hits the ground.
I'm not that bad of a shot.
It just hits the ground.
It flies completely through the snake, and the
So, like, it
snake
just phases through.
the snake shimmers for a moment.
Are they dead? Can I take one home?
Yeah. What is just like? Is it just like it was before? It just
It's
kind of
an
shimmers for a
illusion.
little. Oh, I should have cast detect magic first.
I'm not feeling safe.
Yes, this is very strange. He should have. That
Aye.
snake should have been blown to bits.
Your aim's off.
What? What are you talking about?
As I say that, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on just all three of us.
Okay.
And I'm going to go invisible.
Can you go invisible?
It's not Invisibrew, but I leave no traces of my passage anymore, and I can't be tracked. I'm just... A veil of shadow and silence radiates from me. I can't get detected. I just...
What the heck?
I am go spooky, go away.
Okay.
Go.
I'm not feeling safe. And I'm going to carefully make my way, like, because I saw where this is now, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around that and just make my way downtown.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Dun, dun, dun.
What is
17.
that? Yeah, you're gonna be good. So kind of feeling confident in seeing where the two panels were, you take a really big step, making sure not to press those two panels, but a third panel sinks into the ground. And just as you begin to throw yourself forward onto the ground, another spear at head level flies just behind your head.
That was a close call, my friend.
Looks like you lost a few feathers.
I'd suggest we either keep moving
That
or
wasn't
leave.
funny.
It's pretty funny.
It was pretty funny, actually. I would like to pick up the chest here. I'm gonna walk over. Pick it up.
Actually, I'm going to take the chest.
Wait, but I said it first.
I will take the chest.
Does that
I
matter?
worked hard for the chest.
I'm
going
Spartacus.
to get the pleasure of opening it.
Does that matter that I said it first?
Well, since the both of you want to do the same thing, it's just about which one of you is faster, so just make a dexterity throw, both of you.
Why don't you just go?
Alright.
Well, technically, you still have your thunder cannon in your hands.
You know, I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna do that handoff. I'm going to do that to that football-style handoff to the woman behind me.
One.
And I'm going to.
Well, you have to
Roll
beat
that nat one,
you have to
buddy.
beat a 10 actually, because you have to hand it off, and well, actually higher than that. It's a faster check. So as you begin to turn around and you start to begin to hand your thunder cannon to the woman behind you, and this expression of excitement at seeing what this weapon can do begins to spread across the woman's face. But you hear the sound of something being moved around against wood, and you can hear that the birdman has already picked up the chest, and you kind of sigh to yourself and pull your thunder cannon back to your chest.
Yeah.
Now, you
No.
might be a little bit disappointed about what I'm going to say, but I'm going to let the tiefling open it.
What? Are you
What?
insane?
I've
You
got
don't
an
know what it
idea.
is.
Well, I trust you, Birdman.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my way downtown towards that tiefling.
I'll follow
Okay.
Birdman.
He is very small.
Hello.
Here, you are in such a hurry to get our job done. I want to at least let you open this.
And end of adventure. That would be so funny.
Now, wouldn't it be
I'm
nice
gonna give it to him and like, or no, I'm gonna put it down on the ground and go behind it, like just
Okay.
over here-ish.
I'm
Yeah, no,
I'm going to
go right
I'm going to
behind it.
follow behind the Birdman because he
I'm
seems to
just
know what he's doing.
Okay. So the
Yeah,
chest is on the
I
ground.
left
What are
it
you
right
doing?
there
What are you doing?
for the tiny him.
Now that I think of it, he looks more like an idiot when he's that small.
Are you gonna try and take the chest and open it yourself?
No.
No. It wouldn't be out of character.
I mean, to be fair, also we are surrounding this man, so if there's anything valuable, we could try to attack him.
Attack!
Kind of walking up to the chest that's basically the same size as him at this point. He kind of lifts it open and
Before he opens it, I'm going to attack him.
okay, make an attack check with disadvantage
With disadvantage?
Wait, yeah, why disadvantage?
because
He's
it's
doing
the
something.
no, it's the spell.
advantage.
No, it's the spell.
Yo, step off, mate. I'm gonna hit you.
Whoa.
No matter what. That's 15 on both.
That's not gonna be enough to beat his AC.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Because he's so small. Remember how I grabbed the chest?
You're gonna try and
I'm
grab
going
him?
to grab him.
Okay.
I'm going to grab the small man.
Make a strength grapple check.
Would that just be a strength check?
It's just a strength check, yeah. But I'm saying these extra things just in case you happen to have proficiency, so you can be like, oh, I have proficiency in that. That is
17.
that is so cocked on the screen. But you're able to grab him. Well, no, you have to make. Well, it's not an attack.
No,
So yeah,
it's
you
not.
don't. Yeah, you don't have to.
I was
Well,
gonna say
hold
it was
on.
like a-
Does
it was like a grapple.
grapple? But does grapple count as like an attack? As a thing?
Wait, can I use my bonus action to try and attack again?
Go.
First, let him do his thing, and we'll see where that lands us.
Well, I mean, is he grappled?
That's the thing. I need to see if grapple counts as like
May I open the chest?
if it's
while-
part of combat. Oh, can you open the chest while this is going on?
Yes.
First, let me see about this grapple thing.
I didn't want to open it because I thought it was a trap, but you already said, can you open it, so... That's why either he was gonna open it and take the trap, or I was gonna let him open it and use my reaction, like, while he's opening it, while he's like, oh my god, I wonder what's in here, I was gonna go, that's for my feathers on my leg, man.
Oh, I'll have to hit it.
Those take time to grow back.
How could you? My precious feathers!
I am proud Eric Cochran race. I will kill for feathers.
So, any word on the grapple?
I'm looking at it, and I mean, it's a
not
type.
combat.
It's a type of check is the thing though, because like it's the active attempt of trying to grab him, and it's meant to restrain, and it's against like the check is against his AC. So you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say, yeah, you grab him by the collar of his shirt.
What a
Flick
tiny
him in the
man.
head.
I mean, to be fair, I could just kill him.
Where's your thunder cannon?
Wait, don't
The
kill
lady still has
It's
it.
in your hands, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, the lady still has it.
No,
Oh,
because he
wait,
pulled it
no,
back
because
to
I
his
pulled
chest.
It back. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still have your dude? This thunder cannon is fucking you so hard.
He has the thunder cannon in one hand and the tiny man in the other.
It's
He's
a-
gonna aim the thunder
No,
cannon.
it's a two-handed weapon.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you could carry it like. with
So
one
what?
hand, though.
So I can't grapple him.
Nope. So,
Ah.
dude, this thunder
Okay,
cannon.
please open the
Honestly,
Yeah.
this thunder
This
cannon.
tiefling.
You know what? I'm gonna put my thunder cannon
Who is
away.
this man?
Okay.
Is he a legend? Is
I'm gonna.
he-
I'm
You know
gonna
what?
just
You know
sling-
what? For the purposes of this, I will say that since you did not feel the immediate need to have your thunder cannon out while you were walking down the hallway, you kind of put it back on your back.
Oh, thank the Lord! So I can
We all hate
have
this
him.
tiefling, man.
Yeah, so I can have him by. I mean, really, the first thing I said to him was savages.
I said
Okay.
he was-
Okay, so I'm holding him by the.
Yeah,
by
but
the-
now as a reaction, he gets to cast Hellish Rebuke
Oh my god.
because he's a
Oh my
tiefling.
You know what?
Yeah.
Can I cast something while he's casting something?
Well, this is during his reaction, so you can't react.
Can I react to his reaction?
No, you can't. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
not
All
in
of
a
us.
My favorite.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to open a chest to struggle.
Beep beep.
Oh, if you're gonna take the full damage of this.
Yummy.
Yeah, that's 2d10 fire damage.
Tasty.
Delicious.
Delicious.
13. Plus his stats is 16.
No.
Jeez, I'm taking down to 13 HP out of 29.
And I'm gonna need you to just make a strength check because when you're
Like,
grappled,
hang on to him.
yeah.
This is too much work for this tiny little fucking chest.
The best thing is that this dude is a reference.
Please tell me what's in there.
Exactly.
Hey, you're able to hold on to him. And as all these flames and all this commotion is going on, the woman kind of just kneels down, picks up the chest, opens it up, sees a rock, closes it, and is very disappointed.
All right. So listen, this might sound a little harsh, but if I threw, so you see how there's this wall right here?
Yeah.
You know, if I bashed his head into the wall, would he die?
I mean, you could try.
Please, let's
Would it be a very very hard thing to do?
Well, as the fire finally begins to kick up suddenly, just out of nowhere, flying towards the woman's back comes an eldritch blast.
Nani?
Nani?
And this is a surprise attack, so it gets advantage.
Am I not able to dodge? Yeah.
Well, it's an attack against you, so I just get to throw its advantage because it's a surprise attack. So I still have to beat your AC.
Well, it was nice knowing all of you.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna hit. And the Eldritch Blast is going to fly and hit you square in the back. It's a D8, right, Delta?
Yes.
Okay. Dealing 8 points of damage.
Oh. I mean, is it a charismatic creature that's attacking her?
No, staring down the hallway, you can see that it's coming from the blue cloaked figure.
I was gonna say, because
And he's gonna say, "Put him down." And then, turning to your right, you see that the elf has his bow drawn and pointed at you guys.
Ay.
We will put them down.
You know what?
One singular request. Keep them in this chest and don't let them out.
And you hear, "I'm fine with that," coming from the elf. And then the blue cloaked figure, "Me too. He's a bit of an ass."
Okay, so they're okay with me killing him if they get the chest.
No, they're saying to put him in the chest.
Put him in the chest. Oh, okay, yeah. I will do that gladly. I will do that with a smile.
I will keep hold of this chest until we are done with this, and then we may have.
Okay, so you put him into the chest, and now I'm gonna need you to make a strength check, Angie.
Oh shit! We have to roll a d20.
Because you need to hold him in there, because he's trying to get out.
Roll a d20.
Yeah, it's just a strength check.
Oh my god!
He hops out of the chest.
Wait a minute.
Damn women.
So let's go ahead and set up how it is. And putting him into the chest, you begin to hold onto it, and kind of for some reason thinking that as soon as you close it that it was gonna lock, you kind of just hold it against your chest, and not really expecting anything, and then all of a sudden the top just flings itself open, and then there's a rock coming right at your face.
Oh.
Do I have to?
And it's a surprise attack.
Oh my god.
Why me?
I mean, now it is a rock, so I mean, like this can't do a lot.
Where did I go wrong?
Well, I mean,
Okay,
a 5 and
so
11.
a 14. What's your AC?
I see.
Yeah.
Which is 10 plus
What's
dexterity modifier, I believe.
It is 10 plus dexterity if you don't have
If you don't have armor. Or
I
you
have
just don't have
armor.
armor.
What armor do you have? Scale mail. And that would be 14 flat. So yeah, this is gonna kind of just hit you in the face, but it's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna be like a, just like a little. That's it. And then leaping out of the chest, this tiefling begins to shoot all of you an obscene gesture and begins to run. Like it runs through
Wait, hold on.
your
Is
legs.
he big again?
No, he's still tiny.
He's still tiny?
But he runs through your legs, and then as he's running, he just seems to shimmer and fade until you can't see him anymore.
Damn it! I was gonna jump.
Also,
and
can
get
you-
him underneath the chest?
Wait, hold on. Would it be a reference that all of us would know, or just you? Or
Yeah,
can other people
it's me and probably some of the viewers too.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing another like D&D thing. I guess.
Um.
Oh, well, you don't have to explain it.
So, where does everybody go from here?
Well,
The things we have learned: the chest had a rock in it, and nothing else.
I should have taken
Somebody
that.
died for it, and there's just this really tiny tiefling running around that is no longer visible.
The next time I see that damn bastard, I'm going to put them in this tiny chest.
At this point, I just want to keep moving. This is too much trouble.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, so then at this point, this guy's already all the way over here. As soon as you started to like do the exchange with the chest and whatnot, he just put his bow down and started to walk away.
I mean, yeah, I guess
That
just
moment
follow,
when you're
just
trying
follow
to
this
move.
guy.
Where did I go wrong?
So what's in here that we can see?
Yeah, show us.
So
No, I'm not gonna make that move today.
Good.
as you're staring into this very, very large room, you're kind of on an elevated platform with two stairwells going down either side that goes down about 10 feet from this 10-foot drop. And then on an elevated platform that seems to be up about 5 feet off the ground, you can see a little figure with a red cloak with its back to you.
Is it?
Oh.
No. Yes.
So you said it's a 10-foot drop.
But there's still stairwells on either side.
Okay.
Let me drop. Can I? Hold on.
Well,
I'm
there's
gonna reveal it in a
stairwells all-
second.
Okay.
Must look at the cantrips quickly just to make sure I have it. Can I
I-
throw light down there?
It's lit by torchlight, so it's
Oh,
it's low light like the rest of this place has been.
Either way, I would also suggest. I mean, I have the drift, or the globe, the drift globe that could just glow. I guess I'm gonna.
And because Pass Without a Trace is currently on, everybody has +10 to stealth
Holy shit!
as long as you're near the birdman.
Back here, Birdman.
Get back here. How big of a radius do we have to stay within him, or within? Did you say?
I think it's 10 feet, 30 feet.
Okay. Oh.
So as you begin to get closer and closer, you begin to hear murmuring just.
Is he speaking English?
Yes, you do. You do speak Goblin. The birdman speaks Goblin, and from these strange grunts and high-pitched noises, you can hear speaking in Goblin. What does this thing do? It's captain sending me out here alone.
What is he saying?
You hear him. He relays the info.
Well, he was sent out here alone, so that means there aren't more of them.
Maybe he's holding something. Can I check in, see if he's holding anything?
He doesn't seem to be holding anything. Well, his back is kind of to you, so you can't really tell from the angle. So he doesn't seem to be holding anything from this angle.
Okay.
Are you gonna stealth up? Okay.
Is it the spooky ghost?
Yeah. I guess I'll just follow the birdman.
Okay, so as you begin to sneak up, everybody kind of keeping together, you see this small figure, and you can see from the side area now that he's not holding anything in his hands, and he's kind of on the ground now, on his knees, kind of bringing his fingers over these strange glyphs that are on the platform.
Thank the Lord that's over.
Telling me to find out what this is, and I don't know. What does he think I know?
I'm gonna motion for the others to move, like, back a bit. Maybe I can... I'm gonna say what I said again. Perhaps I could reason with him.
Okay.
Yes, that seems like a good idea. Before we
So
start.
another day, Butterman.
Yeah, as they're saying that, as they're slowly taking a few steps back, just getting away.
Before we start a conflict.
I'll walk over to him and I'll hail him in Gnomish.
Gnomish?
No, Gnomish, Goblin. Yes, Gnomish.
You hail
Okay.
him in Gnomish. He does not
So-
understand.
Can I...
A custom of speaking Gnomish is to make your voice very high.
Goblin.
The same thing, actually. So your voice comes out in a higher tone, and I'm gonna make you do it. So let's do this.
Can't right now. I have to mute the mic.
Okay, so what are you gonna say? Because you hail him.
Talking. Or he's typing. It's not to
I know. I'm watching. I'm waiting. Kind of not really reacting. He's like, and not really even turning around. He's gonna say,
Why are you here? Go! Leave! Captain told me to be alone!
Curious. What are those glyphs, anyways?
Beats me.
make a deception check with advantage. Now, finally turning around, saying,
Thinking I can't do this on my own?
kind of turning, immediately seeing this party of 4. Well, first he gets his reaction. I know you're not, but first he gets his reaction. He's gonna throw up both of his hands and fall backwards and say,
Wait! Wait! Don't kill me! Please!
This is quite entertaining, don't you think?
Yes, this is not something I imagined I would see today.
Well, was I laughing too long?
I don't particularly know how to react to this.
I'd say it's quite the show.
Yes, it's strange, to say the least.
Not as good as the ones at my town, though. I've seen better.
this voice that Koshrin is doing is so very strange, as he sounds almost like this goblin, very, very accurate to the dialect, and it's this very high and shrill voice coming out of Koshrin is quite the sight to behold.
Oh.
Now, the goblin, upon hearing your words, kind of staggers back a bit and crawls a bit backward. And then, by placing a hand on one of the glyphs on the ground, he begins to shimmer for a moment before just a beam of blue light kind of circles around him, and then he's gone.
Aww.
Hmm. Well, that's
What is that?
strange.
Can I walk over and investigate?
You
Yeah,
can.
walk.
A religion check? Okay. Who else wants to do checks? Let's see what's going on.
Roll a d20?
You know what? I will.
I'm guessing so.
Well, it's like what are you throwing a d20 for?
Investigation or
Like
actually, let's do religion.
Mhm.
Seeing how I already screwed up.
what are you doing, Delta?
Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna do religion check because I have proficiency in religion.
Okay. When everybody else has proficiency. One of you decide who's gonna throw it with advantage.
Oh wait. Never mind.
Is there any specific like what do you add for a religion check?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Well, I have +3 int. Is it wisdom?
Oh, it's
+5 in wisdom.
yeah, it's intelligence.
So I have +3 int and proficiency in
Oh, it's
religion.
intelligence. Shit.
Yeah, so go ahead and
+4.
throw with advantage.
That's +5.
I have +4. Oh my god.
Okay, so do I get to roll again?
Yeah, you do. That's what advantage is for.
Can I roll another religion before I...
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
So upon inspecting these glyphs, you do not see any kind of tie to any kind of god, or anything religious at all.
I would like to push past my compatriots here.
Okay.
And I want to put on my my helm of comprehending languages.
Okay.
And I want to see what it says.
These don't seem to be any kind of language, just drawings, really.
Just drawings. Well, I have a finding to speak of. It is not any kind of language, and it just seems to be some sort of drawings on the ground.
It doesn't look anything religious either.
Kind of step. So upon you gesturing towards the elf, he kind of takes a step just jauntily off the 10-foot drop, and then disappears and reappears on the other side of the platform, like not standing on it. Let me check. Nothing, apparently.
The worst part is he would probably find something if there was better rolls.
So he's going to say, "This seems to be magical in nature."
Hold on, let's see.
You didn't know that was teleportation magic, Watson.
Huh?
Caution saying, "Tell me something I don't know, Sherlock." And responding in kind.
Maybe.
Now, I don't want to particularly... I would try this out, but I have no clue where it goes.
I'll do it.
By all means. Someone probably would have done it eventually, and I guess...
Before I go, you're sure it's teleportation, right?
Almost positive.
Okay. What is this glyph? Oh,
You're gonna try and do the same thing that the goblin did?
yes.
You do so and nothing happens.
Well, I tried.
Well, that was a disappointing result.
And then the elf puts a hand up to the side of his head, kind of on his temple, and he's going to say, "My compatriot seems to have found an illusory wall."
Which one?
Back up the tunnel.
Hmm.
Yes, that was the wall that I tried earlier. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, yeah. Well, yes. And, I don't particularly know
Well,
how to break
guess-
this.
mm-hmm.
The elf then gestures back to the hallway and then kind of disappears and reappears back on the platform above, and
What a douchebag.
Last one there gets their dinner cold. Oh, wait.
so the figure is kind of just standing around the corner, and you can see coming from his eyes is this like purplish reddish energy just kind of illuminating his face. These wisps of what look to be like some sort of fire kind of just on the edge of his eyes as he's kind of putting a hand up to his lip to signal to be quiet, and then kind of making a finger gun down the hallway and snapping his fingers. And then you begin to see what was originally just a wall beginning to slowly melt away, and you see a very, very large, like, stone block kind of just on it, like behind where the illusory wall was. And now as you're seeing this, it begins to make sense as to why when you put your hand against it, you kind of felt something solid.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of think to yourself, that was pretty clever. But as soon as you begin to step up, the two of you, I'm so glad that you guys moved up like that. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh my
Of
god.
course.
I'm gonna feel. Oh.
That's the last time I step up.
Oh shit.
It's the last time I step up. That's great.
Do you get advantage or any advantages?
Let's see,
or no?
plus
It's
one.
just plus dexterity modifier.
Yay.
Oh, then a 12.
Very nice.
Well, neither of you are going to immediately dodge this, and two arrows fly from above the block. Now, it's not like you stepped onto any panel, it's just these two arrows, and you hear... and it's going to be two attacks going towards you guys. This was just to make sure you guys didn't. Yes, it is Goblin, and you heard somebody just yell, "Fire!"
It's the small thing that you saw earlier. Or the goblin or whatever.
So each of you are going to get attacked. So it's going to be in the order that they fell.
Yep.
So one of you is getting hit by a nat 20.
11. I want the 11.
No.
No, that's not how it's going to work. Both of you guys are going to choose evens or odds.
Well, I say odd for me.
I'll say then.
Yo, I don't want to take the 20.
And I'm going to throw this in front of you so you don't see that I'm pulling any kind of shenanigans.
Come on. Hey.
Flag.
So this tiny little arrow that's probably like the size of a dart kind of flies through the air and just hits you directly in like the thigh, dealing. Well, currently you're not in a position to do so. Was a joke. So dealing 10 points of damage.
That's for her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
Wait,
what's
no,
your AC?
Not good, but...
Huh?
What's your AC, Raldir?
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, so I have leather or studded leather armor. Let's see. That counts as light armor.
So it's probably 13 plus Dex.
Yeah, which is 14.
Okay, so yeah, that 12 is the 13 is not gonna hit you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just gonna get stuck in your armor, and you're just gonna pull it out. Not a big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
And then from above the block, now this block is about 5 feet tall, right? Suddenly you begin to see a small little green ovaloid figure beginning to peek up above the rock, kind of swaying back and forth with an arrow, and like it's kind of just moving back and forth, and it's kind of strange. And
I'd like to shoot my thunder cannon at it.
that's sort of what you see.
But yeah, can I shoot my thunder cannon at it?
You can.
Okay. Let's see. So that is +2 for proficiency. Do I manage to hit?
Looking at my notes, yeah, you did.
All right.
Are you just gonna pump everything into this thing?
Thundermonger.
Wow, that sucked. You threw a 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but you know, it's still damage.
It is damage, but you fire your thunder cannon and it flies through the air, hits the goblin in the chest, and it kind of like he kind of jerks for a second, but kind of shakes it off. And I'm gonna need everybody to throw initiatives.
Is that just like a flat D20? Nothing.
It's a dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay.
Yes, you did still have pass without a trace, but they didn't seem to be aimed directly at you.
Okay.
They seem to just be shot down the hallway since they flew and hit like no vitals. It hit the thigh.
I got it.
And it came from over the block.
I got a 3. I got a 3.
I got 19.
Hold on, let me go ahead and make some checks. Okay. So in this congested hallway, it's gonna be a little difficult to make combat. Now let me make do.
Do.
Well, those are your allies because I always throw my enemies in secret.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I go before them. That's
Okay.
fair.
Our allies do suck.
Okay, so it's gonna be Raldir first.
Okay.
I mean, you threw a 2 as well.
Well, so I have movement speed of 30, like any normal man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't particularly know what to do in this scenario because really, this is like charging. This is like the charge at like D-Day. It's like you charge forward and you start getting shot at.
Let me take the forefront. Just shoot them, then move back.
I guess I'm gonna do what he says, and I'm gonna fire my thunder gun again.
Okay.
But the thing
You
is,
go to do that. Okay, so
Oh wait, oh, but I have to reload.
you do have to reload, but this goblin threw a 19 as well. So you're moving you're on the same phase of movement.
You're
Remember?
both gonna shoot each other.
No, you're reloading your gun and then like kind of hobbling and then falling backwards.
What?
The goblin kind of disappears behind this stone block, and you hear Costrin,
You dropped me!
and then another one.
You're too heavy!
Well, I suppose.
It seems as if they are being suspended in some fashion.
Possibly by each other.
Sacking of goblins? Interesting.
One of them got dropped. It's quite funny.
It is. I'm just imagining a goblin standing on top of another goblin.
Yes, he
They
said
are-
something along the lines of, "You're too heavy."
Ay, ay,
Ah,
very
There are no
good.
stacking goblins in the
I have to say this
apartment.
once. You're too heavy, Giuseppe. Sorry. Okay.
Giuseppe.
That's the kind of voice you're using. That's all I was thinking about. I need to let it out.
I like it. It is a nice voice, pretty easy to do.
It is
It is
good.
not the same voice.
Yeah, it's good.
My
It's good.
voice
Keep
is,
it.
different. A little bit.
Well,
Okay, so-
Oh,
I mean, you don't
I
have a
would've
clear
wanted to
shot
do that
anymore.
goblin speak, man.
Well, I can't particularly aim at them. I mean, we could always strategically retreat as I point to the door. You know,
The
we
door
may,
that is now sealed.
we may just be able to leave these goblins to whatever they were doing.
What's that?
That's the stone block.
There's a block?
Yeah, there was a block
where
in the
wall
way.
was.
Yeah,
still, I wonder.
it seems to be made of the
Yeah.
same material as the walls.
I would personally say let's just let them get back.
Was that the illusion?
That's where the illusion was, but after he snapped his fingers and it began to like melt away, you could see the block like behind it. Now it doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling; it's only about 5 feet, and the ceiling is about 10 feet. So you can like, if you were to walk up to it, you'd be able to see over it, but like you could just barely see the peak of this goblin's head when he was there for a moment before he fell backward.
Well,
We've got the job to finish. Might as well get it done.
I suppose.
Is it still his action? Or has
It
it become
is,
free
but the secret roll that I made got a nat 20 on initiative,
Oh my god.
and the tiefling reappears near the door.
Why is he
Like right here?
back? I thought he was saying
Yeah, I need to grab him off. There we go. And he reappears near the door, fully grown, and then raising a hand up to the ceiling, fires a barrage of 7 magic missiles.
When I see him, may
To
I
who?
possibly say something when he appears, just to mock him
Yes,
a
you
little bit?
can.
Well, I see we're all grown up now, huh? Like he was little before.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're all grown up now, are we, little man?
With a scowl on his face that seems to be even a worse scowl than the one that he left before. All 7 of the magic missiles are going to hit the ceiling, and you're going to hear a rumbling sound.
Yeah, he's gonna block us in.
And falling from the ceiling is just rubble of sandstone, and it's blocking your exit.
Huh?
So he just up and left, right?
And as it's falling through, you begin to see him walk out of the open door, kind of flipping everybody an obscene gesture.
That is your comrade, eh?
That red bastard.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll like look at the the two next to me. Just that is your comrade.
get back over here, you fool!
You know what? Okay, so this is 30 feet away, yeah?
Yeah.
I am going to go... Oh, oops. So you said I could look over it if I had the chance.
Yeah, if you walked up to it, you'd be able to look over it.
Can I walk up to it and then kind of duck behind the block? Like run up to it and then just like duck behind?
As you're running up to it, you're like bracing yourself for the next barrage of arrows, but nothing comes.
Well, I'm going to look over it. So you know how like a soldier puts his gun up at his like the normal what you'd expect to like shooting. So like put your gun up at like shoulder level.
Yeah.
Can I do that over the block?
You can. You
I
won't.
feel like you could prop your gun up like
Mhm.
on it and
Like
shoot.
put it onto the block, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so you see, like, what you see when you look over the block, just barely peeking your head out, you see 2 goblins that are only about 3 feet tall with their really tiny bows that are about the size of their body, with their arrows drawn back. They're like kind of looking at the top of the block, waiting and saying,
You shoot! No, you shoot! You shoot!
While they're having this quarrel.
Well, I don't think I can hear them.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't really. Wait. Am I still wearing that
hear-
helmet of? Am I still wearing the helmet of?
comprehend languages? Yeah, you are.
Am I hearing them say this?
Yes, you are.
And I mean, this is that's a fairly literal statement. You shoot. No, you shoot.
Am I able to
Yeah.
shoot any magic over the wall?
You can't see your
yeah.
targets.
Can I shoot? Just like try to hit them and then just like duck back down.
It's gonna be an attack with disadvantage because they have full cover. But you can still, I mean, it's still worth a shot, you know? But I'm
It's still worth a shot. Yeah. You know, yeah, I'm gonna try to get him. You said it's with disadvantage.
That's
Yeah.
the real disadvantage right there.
Okay, well, Shooty Boy is doing his bit.
So
over there.
do I
Does
hit?
anyone who know maybe a
No. So you kind of peek your head up and like trying to remember where they were. But then you shoot for where you remember where their heads were being, since you kind of duck down and brace yourself and like really think about taking your shot. And then they seem to be on the ground, like sitting down, like playing some strange form of Shears Parchment's boulders.
Okay.
That's good. That's really good.
And they're kind of just going at it, tying every single time with the moment that you see them, and then the shot flies above their head and they stop immediately, and they both pull a sword, looking at the hole and being like, "What?"
Yeah. At that point, have I ducked back down?
Yeah, you have.
Okay. Yeah. I would like to. Okay. So like okay.
Well,
So if
your turn is over, my dude. This is still
okay.
initiative.
Yeah.
And then it
Okay.
is going to be, let's see, look at the Torn or door. It is going to be Koshrin's turn. Koshrin.
Caution.
Caca.
Caca.
Perfect,
Birdman.
where are you? Right
Okay.
now,
Fine.
Some technical difficulties.
we have Shooty Boy and we have first base. Whatever is first base. Yoshi.
Okay, so instead we're going to move to Elf Boy's turn, and
What?
he's faster than you.
God damn it.
Very, very rapidly, just bobbing and weaving through the crowd, he is suddenly just sitting right next to you.
Well,
Saying, "What did you see?"
there are I'm guessing I saw the two goblins playing their game.
Their
Like-
game of Shears Parchment's boulders.
Well, they were like. Can I legitimately say that without him saying I'm crazy?
I mean,
Like Shears Parchment boulders.
it's a pretty common game.
Okay. Well, there were two of them, and they were sitting there playing Shears Parchment and boulders.
What the hell is
What?
Shears Parchment boulders?
Some kind of game.
You're
And,
crazy.
I heard someone
Do
say
I-
crazy.
Does he actually say that?
He does.
But yes, it looked like some kind of dumb goblin game.
And then he is going to rip this pendant with an amethyst in the center of it from his neck and toss it over the wall and say, "Just wait a sec." And then in Goblin, you're going to hear these terrible screams of death and the sounds of ripping and tearing of meat.
Ooh, those noises sound very interesting.
I thought I had that image. Just give me a second and I'll pull it up. Kind of peering over very warily to try and see what's going on. you see this huge purple panther just tearing these goblins to bits.
Ooh.
Well, where did you get that?
And then as soon as it's done, it turns back into the amulet that you saw him rip off of himself.
So, now how do we get there?
Is that space big enough to crawl through?
Yes it is if you climb up on it.
I am
Here, help me up.
going to do that.
Damn it.
Well,
Can I-
first it is going to be Andy's turn.
Okay.
Here, help me up.
So even though this is just 5 feet up and like lifting yourself up, it's still gonna be an athletics check.
Yay. I
guess-
failed these so many times last time.
I was
It
gonna say, I
dumb.
mean, I guess I can help her up.
Yeah,
I
both
guess.
of you are gonna like do the like put your hands together to like lift her foot up and give her a
make a
boost.
nice little
So-
step.
So throw with advantage.
Okay, you get to make another one.
Another d20 with,
With
What?
strength.
okay, my strength is 8. With the disadvantage or no?
No, it's just another roll because they're helping you. They're making you a step for you to step on with their hands.
Hold on, I did it wrong. There we go. Why does this happen?
Hi.
So you begin to lift yourself up, and you begin to pull yourself over, but then you apparently not like your hand doesn't catch on anything on this smooth surface, and you just fall backwards onto your back. You're prone.
I am going to help her up.
You're no longer prone.
Thank you.
It is my pleasure. Okay,
So,
is it Spooky Man's turn in the back?
He already moved up and did what he
okay.
wanted to do. So the elf is going to kind of stand up. He's like 5'11", so he can just look over it. And he's going to disappear and reappear in a flash of blue, just barely past the block.
Very nice.
Caution has returned!
Caution? Where have you been?
I guess I'm going to climb up on the rock.
Make an athletics check.
All right.
May I help
We
you?
already have one failed athletics check. How many people will this
Oh,
boulder
yes, can I-
defeat?
Can I have her help me up?
You
like-
may.
Like hands down?
Yeah, that's what they did, and
That's
she
what
still
we're doing.
failed. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
All right. Well, I have a 0 modifier for strength, so this very well may go the way that it did for her.
You're successful.
Yeah.
You're
Ooh.
very successful. Now you just threw away 2 really good rolls, though. So you make your way above and over.
I will pull her up. I will stay on the rock, and I will help her up from the top.
Okay.
Yeah, hands down, pull her up.
Mm-hmm. So is she up now?
She is.
Okay. You can go ahead. I'll wait for our companions here.
Yes, sir.
So the cloaked figure is gonna walk up to the stone block, and then going to kind of begin to like shimmer with a greenish energy and just walk through it like it wasn't even there.
I knew
Yeah.
he was gonna
You
do
could
something
have done that
flashy.
this whole time.
You know what? Under my breath, I'm just going to say, "Show off."
Hearing those words, I will run and backflip over the entire thing.
Make an acrobatics check. Do it.
Oh, boy.
Do it. You have a 10-foot.
Yeah.
So you
That's
get
a 10.
you get a running start, and you flap your wings, and you try and get that little bit of extra height, but Raldir gets in your way. And Raldir gets in your way, and you bump into him and fall backwards mid backflip, and you kind of hit your head against the ceiling while you're doing it too.
Hit my head against the what?
Ceiling.
Thanks.
My avian friend, don't be.
Get out of the way!
Don't be a show off, my friend. Being a show off gets you nowhere in this world.
I push
You
him
know,
off the rock.
With that, I was going to say with that, I'm just gonna slide off the back without helping him.
But he's gonna push you off.
Okay.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, the elf is going to reach down, grab his pendant, and then put it into one of his pockets in his cloak. So how are you going to traverse the boulder of fuck you?
I was gonna say, now you have no one to help you
Get
over.
up.
You do so.
I mean,
I was really hoping he'd roll like a 1.
Me too.
Just like, help.
I would love it if we
What
spent like
is it
15
that
minutes
makes-
on this boulder.
Just waiting. At that point, then it would just be waiting for Caution to get over.
Why is it that every athletics
Call
check I
me a
do, I
show
fail
off
it
when
horribly?
flying is in my nature. I don't
You-
get to do it very often,
You were trying to do acrobatics.
You
I
get
saw.
the feeling that this stone slab was cut from some side of a mountain as you continue to press forward.
You weren't just flying, my friend. You were
I
trying
would
to
like
be
to see
fancy
the
with
idea
your
of landing.
flight.
Did
So-
they notice?
Looking down the way, you can see a stairwell going downward.
What about over here?
Nothing.
What?
Just a
okay.
wall.
Just a wall. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see you guys. I'm going down.
Oh, you shouldn't go first. What if there's another arrow?
I'm going to. Can I
Well,
inspect
no,
these
you said
bodies?
you're going first. Go first.
She said she wanted to go first.
Yeah,
Can
go
I-
first, Andrew.
Look
can
at
I-
ladies first.
Can I inspect these bodies?
No, she's going first.
You'll inspect them afterwards, but this is important. So
If you want to expect it so badly, I'll do it for you.
Oh.
nope, just you said you wanted to move forward.
Yep.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
Moving forward.
Alright, I moved forward. I'm gonna regret this decision.
I mean, these just seem to be normal stairs as you continue to walk your way down to the bottom, and then suddenly
Oh, slip and slide.
move up one more step. I know you can't see it yet.
And spikes.
Kind of pressed up against
She's
the
still
wall.
cloaked in shadow.
No, because you started combat. Like, there was a whole thing where everybody was in combat.
I
Yeah.
didn't see her though.
It's like
They
she
just
didn't
shot
she
her.
didn't say that she was doing it stealthily. It doesn't like make them, it doesn't make you invisible. It adds 10 to your stealth checks.
Hide your presence.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you invisible, Yosh.
Yeah, but their backs to the wall.
No, they have their backs to the wall, not their backs to her. They're
I was
watching
gonna
the
say
entrance.
they're looking
Backs-
forward.
Yeah, I thought they were looking like this.
No. Their backs are
to
pressed.
wall.
Their backs are pressed against this wall, looking this way.
Oh, well,
May I run
In
now?
an ambushy fashion.
May I run?
what's a bush?
So no, you cannot. But I do have to make a few attacks on you for this surprise attack.
Only
This is gonna
So,
hurt.
as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. As you begin to walk forward, from the perspective of Raldir, it just looks like she's walking down the stairs. Then suddenly, this club, this wooden like stick, just comes down on her head, like slowly.
Oh my! By the divines.
So here come the 4 attacks with advantage.
The 4 attacks.
more.
Spicy
Well, the 2 attacks, but I throw 4 dice. The 4 dice for the 2 attacks.
for advantage.
Yeah. So both of them are gonna hit.
Yeah, he was either gonna roll a 1 or a 20.
Yeah, the guy on the right he's min-maxing hard.
Seriously.
Okay. So just suddenly the cold steel of a short sword begins to find its way into your side,
Oh my lord.
as well as a wooden club coming down and bashing you on the head.
Bunk.
And this was the end of Angie.
No,
Well.
So this is the sword damage.
Well.
Not today, fool!
Seriously.
And the club
Spit,
damage.
Guys.
I'm too thick. I'm too thick.
Let's see, proficiencies. That's fine.
They bounce off of her.
So it bonks you on the head, and it barely gets through your armor before you look to your left and right, and you notice what's going on. Throw initiatives. You know what? I'm just gonna add initiatives to these guys. Like, there's no need for. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay.
And a 4.
Please, almighty gods and fucking D&D, give me a good roll.
It was almost a 19.
The gods freak you off.
And then let me go ahead and throw your allies.
The D20 is a cruel.
Someone help, I beg of you.
Okay, so pulling out his short bow, knocking it and firing, the elf shoots at the goblin to the right. Oh wait, what am I saying? The goblin on the right got a nat 20.
Yeah, the goblin knocks his bow and shoots Angie.
No.
Turns the short sword into a bow.
And then you
Oh, it's the
hear...
right one.
Wait, are they in the same phase? No, it was a 20 and a 4. Oh, they're not in the same phase. They can't do their combined attack.
Wow.
They have a wombo combo.
They were gonna wombo combo.
Oh.
Why am I being abused like this?
So, just trying to stab you again, going for the more fleshy bits of your body. He's gonna make another attempt to stab you, and fail terribly.
Yay!
So
I'm okay, guys, no worries.
Then the arrow is gonna fly through the air and try to pierce the skull of this goblin
gonna
from
roll
the
a one.
elf.
Ka-choo.
That was almost a nat 20. But instead it's gonna fly over the goblin's head, kind of missing the angle on it since you're on an elevated area and these guys are below. You would think that having the high ground would be better for you, Anakin, but it's not.
Have the high ground.
So it's going to be
My roll is
It is gonna
a-
be your turn next. Caution.
Okay, sick. Time for me to make my debut. Woo! Time to assist.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my bonus action an attack and
Okay.
try again.
That's
better.
gonna be an 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna hit. And are you gonna you get your extra attack, your extra unarmed strike as well, because you're a monk.
Oh,
When you-
yeah, I
when
have
you-
2 attacks.
Yeah, no, it's not two. You get 2 attacks.
Yeah, I do have
you have
2
multi attack, but before that you get at level 3, when you hit something with an unarmed attack, you can follow up with another one. That's just something that
So
they
I just
do.
roll damage.
Yeah, throw damage again, because it needs to land first before you can do that. And then you can use one of your key points to add a flurry of blows to that shit.
Yeah, that's a yes.
I think the flurry of blows needs to make its own attack check though.
I'm not sure.
Let me double check.
I have it. Immediately after you take the attack action, you may spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed attacks as bonus action. But I've already made an attack as a bonus action.
Hold on. No, you just take the attack action twice. So that's not your bonus action.
Oh,
The
you're
extra
right.
attack. So
I
yeah,
just hit.
yeah. So you
and
go
then
ahead
hit
and
again.
let me just double check on flurry of blows. Yeah, so you have to make 2 checks because you
Gotcha.
make 2 unarmed strikes. Oh, that one's gonna miss, and that one's gonna hit. So make another unarmed strike. Okay, so what's that in total? 16. That's not gonna be enough. So you just begin to sprint through your allies and then just begin to leap forward and just start pummeling on this
Yeah.
on this goblin. But like you punch him twice in the face, and for a second it doesn't quite register the pain until you then hear "Ow!" And then the third one comes and you like punch him in the stomach as well, and he just goes "Bleh!" and vomits a little. You now have goblin vomit on you.
This is a trophy.
And then it is going to be Raldir's turn.
I really
Please
don't
don't
want to.
shoot.
We're in your way so hard.
Well,
Close
wait
quarters,
on.
man.
So is this? I was gonna say because if I
You
shoot,
can't make a shot here.
What?
Can
Well, actually, you can
squeeze
shoot. Yeah, you
past
can
us?
shoot over Koshrin from your. Like, if you step up to the stairs, you'd be able to shoot over him.
Hit me and you die.
So like,
No, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that's the other way around.
Yeah. What is it? So for like from here.
Yeah, you'd be able to shoot either of them
Okay.
because you're like elevated. You're the high ground.
Maybe him.
Okay.
Well, I would implore both of you to not get in the way. As
Can I duck?
Can I also dunk?
Dunk.
Yo, dunk the goblin. Yo, hit him with your down air.
But that up smash. So yeah.
Make an attack check.
All right. Hold on.
The ducking will not help because if he drops the gun and then it fires and like shoots thunder up your ass, I mean.
Sounds like a good way to die.
Oh Jesus.
11 is not gonna be enough to land.
God fucking damn it.
Well, at least we didn't die.
That's true.
You see, I was worried about rolling a 1.
I know. But then again, that's always a worry that you're gonna have, you know?
Well, no, you could have either hit me, or you could have hit Elf Boy over here.
No,
We're both 5 feet.
it's within
I
the
would've had to
range of
turn
the weapon.
completely
It could have
around
hit
to
any
shoot the elf
4.
boy.
It could have hit any 4
Oh,
of
so
his
we'd have
allies.
to, like,
If as long as you're within 60 feet of him, he has a chance to misfire and hit you guys.
D20, more like Russian roulette
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like when you have somebody with a weapon like that.
with a very fucking powerful gun.
I hit
And then
someone.
it is going to be, it's going to be the blue cloaked figure's turn, but he's not going to be able to do anything. So because of the angle that he's at.
Come on, man, just walk through all of
I was
us.
gonna say he walked through the stone.
Yeah, it's called spell slots, guys.
What do you mean? I don't have any of those.
And then it is going to be the, what did you throw? A 3? Nope.
Yeah.
That's the goblin to the left of you is gonna go before you two, because he threw a 4.
Does
Well,
that one
no.
knock his bow?
Nope, he still has his wooden club out, and he's gonna try and go for the back of your knee.
The back of Angie's knee?
Yeah.
Angie, you're gonna get destroyed by 2 goblins. Never mind.
But instead,
wide.
he's gonna swing it back, and it's gonna hit the wall by accident and get caught. And kind
All
of
was
break
made
in the
by a side
middle.
of a mountain.
And then it is going to be your turn, Angie.
Alright, let's see. So I can either hit them with a weapon, or I can just burn them to death. What's a good weapon?
Bop him with your quarterstaff, Angie. I don't know if you have a quarterstaff, but bop him with it.
Here, take the thunder gun
I can use
from 5 feet away. Look at
Headshot.
execute him. Yeah.
Alright, spiritual weapon it is, seeing how you want me to bop them. Oh, that's nice.
You had to roll the attack. check
Yeah, you
first.
had to throw the attack check. You always throw the d20 first.
Alright, that's my best.
No, a hit.
That's a hit, but you already
and
threw
that's
damage.
6 damage.
Yep. Which one are you attacking?
This one,
The one to the left or the right?
Which one was I immediately? You know what? This boy here. If I can.
Just say left or right.
There we go.
Okay, what are you attacking with?
Oh shit! I get to choose a weapon.
What are you attacking with? Because you already threw a d8 of damage.
what macro was that?
I know, right?
That was my spiritual weapon.
Oh, so you're gonna summon your spirit weapon.
Yes.
Does that take concentration?
Okay, so the spirit weapon just forms a weapon and it acts on its own. And then
Oh.
as a bonus action, you can have it attack on your turn. So you do so, and you summon this spectral mace, and it comes down and cleaves this goblin's skull in twain. Just making a very a very satisfying sound.
Can I say sorry about sorry about that in Goblin?
You do so. And you still have another action to do, Angie.
Because that was a bonus action.
No, you casted the spell and then it attacked.
Yeah, you can walk away now.
Kind of can move a little bit, but as you walk away from the goblin on the right, it gets an attack of opportunity since you left its range of attack. But that's not going to be enough to beat your armor with its modifiers. So that doesn't matter. Then it's going to be that same goblin's turn. And he's going to run up. Try and stab you!
They are obsessed with you, Angie.
They're gonna try and stab
Maybe
you.
because you're dressed so skinkily.
The way she's dressed is fine.
Gonna stab you! But miss, because it's not good enough. And then it is going to be...
These goblins suck.
These two do
so
suck.
do our allies.
What? Have you not learned how to respect women?
Respect women.
So, the elf is kind of blocked off and can't do anything. He's just gonna take his turn to ready himself and kind of like aim down the hallway, and if anything comes around the corner, he's gonna shoot at it immediately.
Oh, that's smart.
Like, I could use some backup.
He, at the angle that he's at, he can't get to it, so he's gonna move back and then take aim down the hallway. And then it is going to be Koshrin's turn. Oh wait, no, it's not Koshrin, it's Raldir? Yeah. No, yeah,
No,
no.
I went before him.
It's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does it before me.
Yeah, go
Wombo
for it.
combo. I'm gonna punch him into
Wombo
you,
combo.
and you punch him back.
Oh, well, I mean, really, that's how it went in the Wombo combo
Wait,
video.
I still have my spiritual.
They were beating him back and forth.
I'm gonna punch him good.
You do punch him good.
Back on, pouch.
Punch. And then I hit him again.
Oh,
Do it. I don't roll another attack check.
You do throw
Yes.
another attack check for
Yes,
multi-attack.
Wombo combo.
Oh, boy, baby.
Wombo combo.
It's actually 4 plus 4, so it's 8. It's not 5 and 7.
What?
Right?
No, these are
Crit
this
is
is
just-
yeah, it just double. Yeah. Okay, so let me just do the
Yeah.
calculations. So that's going to be 6. And that's going to be 16 points of damage. Yeah. No, 18 points of damage. Right? No, 6, 9, 14, 7, 21. There we go. Okay. 21 points of damage. Not dead.
Nani?
Yeah. Flurry of blows?
I don't know, man.
Flurry of blows?
Wait. Bonus action. I'll hit him again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh
You
my God.
reach over.
Can I hit
and
myself?
No, you reach over and punch him. You punch him so hard that his sword goes backwards into Angie.
Oh.
Does he take damage?
He doesn't take damage from that hit. It was more like a shove, like you know how kids shove each other when they're fighting.
Yeah.
And the sword
So
just,
well.
the sword just, accidentally finds a slot between, like the armor and just deals damage.
Yo, I'm min-maxing as much
Oh
as
my
he is.
god! You take 3 points of slashing damage.
Look at me min-maxing.
Okay. So he's not dead.
I'm so tempted to like make another bonus action.
I am this close.
You can only
to
do
using
one
my
bonus
fumble
action.
cannon.
Can you
Just
shoot him
it's your turn. You have a clear shot now.
You know what? I'm gonna move just a little. I'm gonna move onto the steps just so I
Okay.
can get a little bit closer.
He lays down
Shoot him.
with his gun on the top step.
Wearing a traditional German World War I helmet. That says, "Ready for the Kaiser,
Oh my
Dude.
god.
for the Kaiser and the entire Vaterland." Anyway, but seriously, I'm going to try to fire at this goblin.
Well, that's on YouTube forever.
Oh yes, right. In the middle of a D&D stream, for the Kaiser and the entire Vaterland.
I mean, there's been worse. I've seen.
Make an attack check.
Make an inspiration check.
Ooh,
That's good.
bardic inspiration.
Go ahead and throw damage. Destroy this thing. What is up with the min-maxing?
There's a lot of min-maxing.
So you with the song of your people playing in your head, you raise your weapon and fire it, and this thing's head just explodes.
Well,
And now there's goblin blood all over both of your allies.
That takes care of that. As I put my gun back, that's what I'll say. I'll just say that takes care of that.
This reminds me of the war.
Oh lord. Okay.
Oh, I've seen worse.
Combat's over.
Make a history check. Have you seen worse?
Okay.
So is this goblin just like? Is it just like a body now?
I'm gonna block his way and
it
loot
still
both bodies.
stands for a moment.
Then it just falls backwards.
Yeah, then it just falls backwards.
I'm gonna loot both bodies.
You don't find anything of value except for tiny goblin weapons.
I will take the tiny goblin weapons.
Like a tiny little goblin club, which is damaged, mind you, because it hit the wall.
Wait, can I take their arrows?
Yeah, but they're about the size of
tiny
darts.
goblin arrows.
Yeah.
Yes, that's perfect.
What, are you gonna throw them like darts?
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh my god.
Add 15 dart-sized arrows to
That
your
is
inventory.
awesome.
And that's from all three of the dead goblins.
Globins.
Okay. Goblins.
Globins.
15 dart-sized.
Can I kind of step past them, just like squeeze through between them, like between him and this corner here?
You can just kick him to the side if you want.
I don't want to kick him to the side.
Oh, I thought you were talking
He's
about the
gonna
goblin
do that
body.
nobility thing. He's gonna go.
Step aside.
He's
Step
gonna-
aside, peasant.
Oh, you're talking to me.
But
Can I flurry of blows him?
I didn't say that in my voice.
Okay.
Anyway.
Shall we
But,
move onwards?
Yes, but I will
yes.
not be going first.
Understandable.
Being of nobility. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that card.
I'm already going in front.
Okay.
Everything hurts right now.
You know what? Being the kind. Oh, hello.
I will continue onwards. Just
Being
stay
the-
behind me.
Kind gentleman that I am. What? I didn't even get to do my action. You know what? I was going to heal Angie, but I guess I won't do that now.
Gotta catch me
I mean,
first.
that is of your own volition. You may do what you want.
Again, I didn't say that in my voice. I said that.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
respect
saying
the
it in my
voices.
voice.
Uh-huh.
So this goes down further.
I'll turn back. Do I see the other two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
It goes further downward.
Well, lead on, seeing as you wanted to go
Onwards?
ahead so badly.
Have you learned nothing?
I don't think I have.
As I said, you wanted to lead so badly.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with this.
It's like I'm sorry, I need a second. I was like watching this happen, and I had this look on my face of just really, is this really happening?
A little too
Really?
much for
Yeah, and I'm just like, he has learned nothing.
You learned nothing, boy.
Okay, so both of these guys are going to dive at you and do a combined attack, surprise attack.
Combined surprise attack. Got it.
Yes.
That was your chance. Quickly now.
So yeah, what's going on here?
They were all 2 nat 1s.
Okay, so 17.
That just barely beats my AC.
Yes! I mean, oh no. So, these two goblins
Mm-hmm.
both raise their shields up in front of them,
Yo, they're gonna shield bash me!
Throw them both at you like discs. One of them hitting you in the knee, and the other one hitting you in your head, causing you to like waver down to the side. And then one of them's gonna slash you in the chest, the other one's gonna slash you in the back, and then they're gonna do a little spin and then make X's on both your front and back.
Oh,
That's
shoot.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Slightly in awe, I don't attack.
Dealing
Oh.
8 points of damage.
I do not falter to my knees. Instead.
You don't
stay
falter
up
to your
and
knees. You kind of just move to the side, like you didn't like
Okay.
fall prone or anything.
Like,
No, that's still
this
not
is
bad.
making me uncomfortable.
Disgusting.
Guys, everyone, they're dancing near me. I don't understand. But they poked me with what looks like kitchen knives.
They are about the size of kitchen knives.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Well,
they
I
hurt
mean-
so much.
You insisted to go ahead, so this is.
Oh no, this is nothing.
If you're-
Well then, go right ahead as I motion my
initiatives?
hand.
I'm just gonna throw initiatives to these guys and then keep your initiatives that you've had before.
I'm still going last.
So you're actually going to go first,
Wait, what?
Koshrin.
Huh?
I'm gonna look at this guy dead in the eyes and I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
And say nibba.
That's 17. Is that?
Yeah. Are you gonna do more attacks?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit him first. Then I'm gonna hit him again. I'm gonna hit him again.
How many times?
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action. That one's not gonna hit, I don't think.
Oh.
What is
That's
it?
a 13.
13? That's gonna
Yeah.
hit.
That's gonna hit. I'm gonna hit him one more time.
So you throw all of these amazing punches, and he's dodging all of them, right? Until you get upset, grab him by the head, and just. Yeah.
Like, okay, when you said that, when you said grab him by the head, I could imagine, okay, so there's a technique to snap a neck. Just like you grab them and you just whip their body and their neck is immediately snapped.
Nope. It's just like this massive flurry of blows, feathers falling to the side with the incredible speed, and then this goblin just sort of disappearing in a Dragon Ball Z-esque fashion, just dodging all of them really, really quickly until you just sigh deeply, and this.
I hate it when this happens.
How often does it happen?
You'd be surprised. More than you expect.
Well,
It
I
happened to me.
guess.
Usually I killed my prey before.
Speaking of
You
which,
don't sound like one.
it's going to be Reldir's turn now.
Oh, I was gonna move. But
Go ahead and move while he's deciding what to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Suggest
move.
not moving towards
no,
the
no,
other one.
I won't move because he'll get an opportunity strike.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
Wait, can I cast Patient Defense? No, that's a bonus action. Nope, never mind.
What are you gonna do?
Let's see.
I'm going to stand here and hum.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Moving
yeah,
on.
yeah. I never chose.
Identify instantaneous. Hold on, let me just look at my spells. Let's see. I'm just like. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here. Then I'm guessing I am at a good enough angle to shoot this little man.
Yep.
Little man.
Hey.
Blow his brains out.
No damage.
Ooh, blow his brains out.
18 isn't gonna be enough to kill him, but you
Oh.
do just completely rip open his chest, and it's looking kind of rough.
I think he blew like a straight hole in his shoulder.
So starting to try and like hobble away very slowly. Suddenly an arrow flies through the air and
Yeah,
hits him in the
elf.
back of the head.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Think so.
And just gets him.
Yeah, I can just imagine he just like
Nice
falls
shot.
forward when he dies.
No, he falls backwards because his head hits the wall and he falls
And
backwards.
he bounces back.
It's a bouncy arrow. No one expects it.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
They expected all of us.
Okay. Well,
How entertaining.
Can
it
I
is
take
to
their
watch.
darts?
They don't have darts. They
Yeah.
don't have arrows.
you
Can
know
I
what?
take their kitchen knives?
I will go ahead.
Can I heal?
But you know what? Just in case, just to be safe, I am going to use, or I'm gonna pull out my drift globe,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like put it out in front of me, just to light the way in front, just to see what's up here, what's up in my general view. Okay.
Another stairwell going even further down.
Can I heal caution quickly?
Yeah.
Cure wounds.
What level do you want to cast it? First or second?
Third.
I think it was first, but I have first.
You can
Well,
cast
you just
it in second level.
yeah. If you
though.
cast it at second level, you can just
It's
increase
2Ds.
it by a d8.
Yeah, 2d8s.
But you use a second level spell slot.
Yeah.
And you already use Spirit Weapon, which is a second level spell, I believe.
I think at
Plus
level 5
what?
we have 3.
Uh,
2d8s. Plus your spell
If you want to
casting
cast
modifier,
it
which is
at, hold on, do you want to cast it at first or second level?
second level.
Okay, so 2d8s plus your wisdom.
spellcasting mod.
So wisdom.
Yeah.
Or, all right. So plus 5.
Yeah.
Meaty
11 points
heal.
of damage is
Yeah,
healed.
I'm getting damaged.
No, I was reading this. 11 points of damage is healed.
There you go.
Bad.
Well,
I'm dead now.
Need to be honest.
all right. So, is there anything is it just this over here?
It's a hallway. But the orb, keep going with the orb.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going with the orb. Like,
Do you want to try and sneakily walk around?
I'm going
Like,
to.
You
know
can't
what?
recast
Yeah,
pass
I
without a
can't
trace.
stealth this.
I am. Can I look around the corner? Try to be as sneaky as possible. Just like poke
Make
my
a
eyes
stealth
out
check.
from around the corner. Okay,
Yeah.
what is that?
That's a dexterity check.
Dex. Okay, so that's +1 still.
Oh, that's
You are a very sneaky boy with a very bright ball that is currently floating ahead of you, as you stated, in the hallway,
Okay.
as you
Nice.
peer around.
That seems to be.
And you can see a little bit of this going inwards.
I don't trust that whatsoever.
Let's take go ahead
You know what?
again.
You know what? Wait.
Yeah.
I see a room, and because of how the rooms have gone so far, I am going to use Cure Wounds on her.
I see no problem here. I will move ahead. And do the same thing again.
Well, as soon as you walk into that specific spot and you're able to get a better view,
I see no problem.
you see a very large, about 7 foot tall, orangish man with the black wolf next to him. And when I say man, I mean orc.
Yeah,
Do you
just do
ever
that too.
learn?
Oi there, traveler.
Oh my god.
Seems we've run into another problem.
Now, do you speak orcish?
I do.
Okay, go.
Cool, because he's talking in common.
I will
Oh.
hail him in Orcish.
Hello, traveler.
Upon seeing you, he's gonna put his hand up to one of his ears, and it's gonna look like he's mouthing something for a second.
Oh, I can't see that.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can I try and see it?
Hello?
If you don't have the ability to read lips, then you can't.
Great. I can read beak.
So he kind of puts his hand up to his ear and he kind of fiddles with something on his ear for a second.
Hello? Hello?
And then after he's done talking, and he pulls his hand away from his ear, he kind of puts his hand on this like 4 foot tall wolf that's kind of coming up off the ground, like 4 feet.
Ooh.
Sick.
Huge. Like it's larger than the goblins. It's huge.
That's a very large wolf. And a very satisfying prey, but not satisfying enough.
As you are babbling, this wolf lunges forward. Okay. And attacks. How many of you are there right there? There's 3. Time to make an RNG roll.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Everyone moved forward except for me.
I instinctively use Raldir as a meat shield.
What? Now, to be fair, I am diagonal and around this corner.
Believe you me.
His hands
Cloakman.
transcend
Transcend
existence.
through the rock.
Cloakman, mind going into phase through mode again?
You know what? I'm gonna let the 3 of you decide which one you want to be. 1, 2, or 3.
I want to be the one that gets hit.
Well, you get to choose a number. So you're
2.
1 because you said the number 1. So you're 1.
Oh, I
Okay.
wanted 2.
3.
3, and then this other guy's gonna choose 2. 2.
Poor Cloak Boy. He
Mhm.
about to get biddied.
He was pretty cool.
He was cool.
I think he's gonna be okay. Wait, he hasn't gotten hit yet. What?
Dies
He
immediately.
dies immediately.
Yo, he dies immediately.
Leaping forward and lunging at the cloaked
The cloakman.
the cloakman. Tearing into his shoulder and knocking him prone and standing on top of him.
This
Yeah, that's
might be a bit of a stretch, but seeing as he's prone, can I shoot over him and try to hit the wolf?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's Caution's turn.
Oh yeah, right. Ooh.
I'ma punch it.
Alcohol. Pow.
Eat 1. Oh no, that one's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
Bonus action. 14.
Nope.
1 solid punch.
Why did you
Alcohol.
go?
Pow.
I'm reminded of the time Starak broke a wolf's jaw with a single punch.
I'm reminded of the time that he knocked a chest into non-existence.
I remember the time Yoshi hit the side of a mountain 5 times.
So you punch it in the side, but it doesn't seem to be two-faced.
What the fuck you doing?
And then it is going to be Raldir's turn.
All right. Well,
Meanwhile, Angie.
I would suggest not getting in the way.
Yeah, but then you're...
I'm
Telling that
just
to the prone boy.
I'm just giving that as a general warning. And I'm going to try to shoot it.
Okay.
Hey!
Well, that thing's dead.
Yo, we out here. Yo,
But
we
that
out
guy's
here.
gonna be really mad that we killed his wolf.
Oh god.
Yo, we out here.
Throw again.
Yay! Wait, hold on. Like same throw? Is that?
Yeah, same throw,
die-
46.
Just throw damage again.
Basically the same thing, and you dealt 6 damage, so that's... Yeah, that's gonna kill it. So this thing's head and like sort of its chest just erupt, and then its blood and guts begin to spill onto the cloakedman.
The cloakman.
You're adopting Delta language.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good name for him,
The cloakman.
the cloakedman.
Can we take that home with us for lunch?
There's birdman, cloakman, elfman, orcman,
There we go.
goblinman,
I'ma kill you, man.
Goblinman. I like that.
goblinman.
And then it is going to be Elfman's turn. But he's not going to be able... Well, he can actually sneak through the side, so...
Sneaky, sneaky.
And then pushing the body off of him, the wolf to the left, he's going to stand back up.
I'm taking that home with me.
And then hide up against the wall. And then it is going to be his turn.
Hi, I know we just killed your dog and everything, but
I'm going to kill you too.
that's just him punching me in the face.
Just
So, he's going to bring up both of his hands.
oh
Oh
boy.
no.
And then he is going to kind of
Earthquake.
make some fists. And then punch them against each other. And then flaring up from the gloves are just these licking blue flames going up his arms.
That's so cool.
Until it goes all the way up to his back, and then coming up above his shoulders is this image of a wolf made of blue fire.
Is that really the only wolf that was?
Okay.
And then putting two hands, like both of his hands out on either side of him, the flames are going to travel down his arms and become two blue spectral flame wolves.
We got Doomfist over here.
Good.
Is that Udir? Yo, I didn't know there was a
Wow.
new wolf form for Udir.
Jeez.
Let me just pull these out of hiding.
Oh boy.
2 spectral wolves.
Oh
Sure.
heck.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they're like the other one.
They had a lot of health.
Spectral.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, I killed it in one attack.
And then after doing that, he's going to, with this unnatural speed... Hey, 1! Okay.
Oh.
I had you guys choose numbers for a reason. No, it's attacking Koshrin.
Mm-hmm.
And with these flaming blue fists, he's gonna run up and try and
Oh, that's so
punch you.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna throw you a secret. That's a 20, not a nat 20, and a 19.
Yeah, those are both hitting.
That's gonna be like an. Ugh.
And then I'll throw the damage in front of you for the stream.
2 D100s. and
17 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
that's a lot of.
So
hurt.
he runs up to you, clocks you in the jaw, and kind of just burns your face. And then as it's moving to the left, catches you again with a left hook, punching your head back to face forward. And as you're like just warily looking towards him, he's just gonna do a straight uppercut and just clock you straight underneath.
Oh my
And then your head is
What are you?
and then your head is just going to kind of be burning with blue flame for a bit before it dissipates. And then he's gonna do a backflip 10 feet back.
Wow.
Can you make a dex check?
Hmm?
I want to see him make a dex check.
Well, that's not
You
something
made
I
me
throw
do a
in.
dex check.
Yeah, that's not something I'm gonna throw in front of you though, because it's a secret thing.
Or- that's-
And that's a natural 1.
Oh yes, he's gonna fall on his face.
He's gonna fall and land face down. He's prone. And it's your turn, Culture.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Gotta get some payback.
I made such a cool character.
I'm gonna walk up to
No,
him.
him now.
I get advantage to all my rolls.
You do, because he's prone.
How far he's fallen.
Okay, so that was the first one. Just keep throwing. We'll throw the damage afterwards.
And flurry of blows. Oh shoot. Well, that's gonna be a hard hit if both of them land.
You punched him once.
I only punched him once.
What?
Only once.
Was that with the 19?
Yeah. That 19 was actually like a 23?
Well, the 18 is
Well, you
a
threw it.
22.
Oh yeah, so you hit him twice.
The
Everything else was pretty
Yeah.
low. You hit him twice. So we're gonna take those two d4s.
okay,
So that's 16
That's
points of
D8.
damage.
yeah, that's 8s.
Yeah, so you take 16 points of damage. So he's moving back. He's like rolling to the left and right, dodging your punches, and you catch him twice.
Yeah.
And then one of the spectral wolves is going to leap over him and jump at you because its initiative is faster than anybody else's. But instead, it's just gonna pass through you.
Wait, hello.
Yeah, it's gonna pass through you and then land behind you.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's
I don't know how to make this thing damage itself. I'm sorry, it just failed.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna let me make a reaction, and I was gonna go.
I mean,
It
sure,
lands
you
in
could
front
try.
of him.
Yeah, go ahead and make a reaction and punch it. You punch yourself in the face. No, nothing happens in this very epic
It just
sequence.
goes through me, please.
No, in this very epic sequence of this blue firewolf leaping towards you, gnashing its flaming fangs, you begin to put a fist forward and just completely like putting all of your force into this fist, and you try and punch and expecting to make contact. It goes through you, and you kind of move forward and fall on top of the
Oh
orc.
my god.
I'm okay with this.
Yes.
In Orcish, can I say, "Make sweet love to me"?
You do so, and that's the end of the wolf's turn.
Oh
And
my
it's
lord.
Reldeer's turn now.
All right. Well, also about Cloakman, is he still on the ground or? Is
No, he got up.
Yeah, he got up.
How big is this thing? Can I make my way past?
Yeah, you could just step over it. It's kind of limping on the ground.
All right. Can I get a shot off from here?
Nope, you have to move up again and get in front of Elfman.
All right. I'm going to shoot it.
Do it.
Apagando las luces.
That's going to miss.
Oh!
Does it phase right through it?
You take the shot, and you can see the bullets pass through it, but the lightning crackles against its body.
Oh,
That's interesting.
hello.
So
Also,
I'm on top of the orc.
Yes.
Do I still have my move?
Yeah, you do. You can still move another 15 feet.
Well, let's see here. Let's see, it's 5 feet, 10 feet. Or 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet.
The arrows of shame.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I could do a shameful thing and retreat.
Yo, my name is Malfight.
But you know what? I'm gonna go up here and go up near Birdman.
Okay.
You want to help me up?
You know, wait, hon, can I do that?
Nope.
Oh.
Dang, you want to help the orc up?
Yep.
Yes. Why,
You do
yes.
so.
You know,
I'm
I
on your
understand
team
yes.
now.
Now, I mean, like, also to be fair, Yosh did say something about lovemaking to this orc.
In orc.
Now
He has a
does-
helmet that understands all languages.
Oh wait, yeah, I heard that.
So as you're forming some very questionable opinions about your ally, Birdman,
Birdman ally.
the elf, drawing both of his swords, runs up and then tries to slash at the wolf, but both of the swords pass through. And the other wolf is going to try and leap at Kostrin.
Oh boy. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh.
Advantage,
Yeah, you're prone.
because I'm knocked over. Yeah, that's what I said. Advantage.
Hey, we get that 3 out of the way. That's what I'm talking about.
Seriously, I got the one out of the way.
Oh my god.
Well,
7 points of
6,
fire
you
damage.
guys. Yeah, I'm going down, boys. It's good. We're going down. I'm yelling timber.
Wait, are you knocked out?
No, I'm not knocked out yet.
Okay, so it leaps at you and then takes a bite out of you, doing this like weird like moving its head to the side. And its fangs like pass into you and then burn you.
Ow.
And then it is going to be Cloakman's turn.
Oh, Cloakman.
One day I will go.
action.
And he is going to throw himself at the wolf in front of him with his hands on his cloak, and then wrap the cloak around the wolf, and then there's gonna be a small like puff, like the cloak is gonna expand upwards, and then the wolf is gonna be gone.
He ate the wolf.
Oh.
So it's gonna be a
That sounds awesome. I like this cloak guy more than the orc.
Speaking of the well, we still have one more person to go. We have Angie.
Finally! It's my chance.
I need healing.
I need healing.
I'm on my way. Can I heal him while he's prone there?
You have to be really close to him. It's range of touch. You have to be
I
right
know.
next to him.
Well,
But you already used
healing
used
word.
it, so you can't use cure wounds again.
Yeah, that's how that works. You've already
I
used
st-
the spell for today.
I still have it
No,
because
you've
I
used
didn't
that spell. Yeah, you're still wounded. You haven't been healed yet. So what do you want to do?
Alright, let's see. I just quickly check, and... You know...
Crown of Madness him. Make him snap his own neck.
I'm
I
talking
can
about
still,
Raleigh.
I can still do first level spells as long as it's not the same one, right?
Yeah.
No? Okay, guiding bolt. I
Okay.
believe I have that ready.
Make an attack check, a ranged spell attack. So just throw a d20 and add your wisdom.
You're gonna hit me and I'm gonna die.
That'll be funny.
No, it won't.
No!
I liked this character.
30-20.
Gosh, right.
That's +5. 14 is gonna miss.
Ba-doo.
Oh, who are you shooting at?
Uh,
The wolf?
I was gonna try and shoot at, the wolf.
Okay. Yeah, because if you were shooting at the orc, it'd be far more difficult and you'd have advantage. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so that
that's
missed.
that. Yeah, that's that.
And then the orc.
He's gonna pick me up and throw me.
No, he's just gonna ignite his body with the same blue
No!
flame.
Can I
He's
fall
gonna
off
he's
of it?
gonna grab onto you. Try and do a
No!
grapple check, but he gets advantage and disadvantage, so it's just normal. That's 7 plus 5, 12. I think your AC is higher.
16.
Yeah. Okay, but the flame, you're not gonna be able to roll off of him, but he's gonna not be able to grab onto you. But the flames are still gonna burst from his body and kind of go up your sides, dealing
Ha ha ha, my sides.
9 points of fire
I'm
damage.
dead. Well, no, I'm not dead. I'm knocked out.
I don't have a revival spell.
Looks
What?
like Constring dies here.
No! I'm not gonna allow it!
And then he's gonna move you off of him now that you're unconscious and stand back up.
Huh. Well,
Caution, make a death saving throw.
Death saving throw.
Yeah, it's a dexterity.
Dex, that's 10.
That's a failure.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not.
Mark. 1 failure of 3.
Okay.
Now it is Raldir's turn.
well, I don't have spare the dying, which is a shame. Well,
I do.
and healing hands doesn't work because he's at 0. Wait, hold on. Would healing hands work?
Yeah.
Oh,
Stabilize
go,
leaving at
go!
1?
I was gonna say, would it?
It doesn't
him?
stabilize, but if you heal back the damage that he's negative, it'll bring him back.
Oh, I should have calculated negative damage. I'm at negative
Touch a creature.
3.
You can heal for 5, can't you?
Yeah, because it's equal to my level.
So you can bring him back up to 2 health with consciousness. If you use your whole thing.
I will use healing hands on him. And
Okay.
bring him up to 2.
I think that's a bonus action. You still have your
Oh.
transformation.
Hmm.
What type of Azamir are you?
Protector.
Yeah, you have a transformation that you can use daily that adds damage equal to your level to all of your attacks.
I guess I'll do that.
Yeah. It lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay, yeah. And,
Shining in
I'm going
cosmic
to,
light.
I'm going to shoot the Orcman.
Okay.
The Orangeman.
The orangeman.
Okay, so what, like, do I add anything to my...
Well, essentially,
rolls?
it's just +5 at the end because you're level 5. +5
Okay,
radiant
so +5
damage.
to my attack, I guess, or...
No, yeah, and to your attack it is as well, so to the T20 check.
It's
It's
geez,
attack
so I have
and hit.
+7 now.
Yeah. So the 18 is gonna land. So throw damage.
Alright. Okay, so...
It's the full thing and then at +5.
Alright, so here, I'll just throw this. +5, that is 22.
Points of damage.
Nail him to the ground.
I was thinking of nail him. Oh boy. I won't even finish. I
Okay.
won't even finish.
Hey,
So
technically, I did hear what you said.
Okay, so upon entering this transformative state, your body begins to glow a radiant yellowish whitish color, and just this beautiful brilliance begins to emanate from your body. And on each of the pellets, you can see the same radiance firing as they hit onto the chest of the orc, kind of tearing off a chunk of his flesh and making him stagger back a bit, but otherwise, all right.
Even with 22 damage?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, alright.
And then you still have your movement.
I am going to move back here.
Hide behind the dude with 2 health.
Yeah.
Okay, then it is going to be the Elfman's turn.
Alright.
And oh man, if only they were
Healing word.
no, but he is going to run up and try and ensnaring strike this guy.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
And be
Wow.
successful. So,
Hey.
bringing up one of his 2 swords, he's gonna say something in a language that you can't understand. Ha!
Oh, come on.
Wait,
You
I
can't
have
pull
my,
that.
I have
What
my
is
helmet
it?
on. What
What
does it
hel-
say?
Do you get exotic languages too?
I get every language with my
What
helmet
language
of,
is it?
with my helmet of under or
What language is it?
No, you
exactly?
use an action to
exotic.
cast comprehend languages. It doesn't just give it to you all the time.
Oh,
Oh, so he didn't understand me.
Not that time with the orc.
cast
Heck yeah.
comprehend languages spell from it at will.
What exactly? Is like
It's
the
exotic.
language?
You're not gonna know it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
It is exotic.
Okay.
Okay.
From a language.
For a language
us
none of you understand, Mr. 6 languages and helmet of incredible language awesomeness. Screw you guys.
He says, "Have you read Green Eggs and Ham?" It's a really good book.
The sword is going to begin to have these vines with thorns kind of going all the way up the blade, and as he slices in with both of his swords into the chest of this orc, the vines begin to explode from the sword onto his body and wrap him up and grapple him,
Ooh.
dealing
A shit ton of damage.
13 points of damage.
Does he stay snared?
He is currently grappled under the effects
Ah.
of ensnaring strike. But as a result, the wolf is going to be able to attack him because it's the wolf's turn. And he's going to attack the elfman.
He's gonna attack Koshrin.
And that's going to miss because he has really high AC. And it is going to be the Orcman's turn.
He's gotta get.
Using the fire on his body,
Wait. Oh no. I'm
he's
about
going
get
to
punched.
burn the vines off of him. And then looking straight ahead at the elf who just attacked him. Actually, you know what? D4.
He's
You know what? No. Just so that way nobody gets at me, I'm going to throw the D4 of randomness in front of you guys.
Oh, what?
How could this happen to me?
using one of his attacks to try and elbow. 12 is not going to be enough. And then using his second attack for his multi-attack. 17.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he hits one person and then the other.
That's not how...
No, I'm dead.
Well, you're not dead. You're just knocked out again.
How much damage is he throwing? Because now I need to calculate negative.
It's a single punch, so it's a D6, 7 points of fire damage.
So now he's at -5.
This is what I get for going first.
Yep.
I wanted second, but Ares is like, no.
It's not about going first. It's about just the die of randomness.
No, I wanted to choose the number 5.
The number 5 on a D4.
Yeah, hold on. I wanted to choose number 2, but you're like, no. Okay, you want.
And then it is going to be Cloakman's turn, and he's going to once again leap onto the other wolf. Vroom. With his cloak. And it is going to be Angie's turn.
Finally, I can save someone. Okay, finally. I've been waiting for this moment. Spare the dying.
You stabilize.
With one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Now it's your turn. But you're prone because you fell over it while you got knocked unconscious.
I want nothing more than death.
You shouldn't have stabilized me.
I've lived a long time, but I didn't want
Let me die!
And grabbing the barrel.
In this place. We've already had a woman die.
Grabbing the barrel of the thunder gun and putting it into his mouth.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna get up and with my struggling vision try to punch the orc.
Make an attack with disadvantage.
Oh my god, this is so sad to watch.
One. Yes! Oh. You punch Angie in the face.
Oh.
Let me die.
This is what you get for not letting me
I'm gonna hobble.
No, you punch her in the face. Throw damage.
I still have. Oh yeah. Here you go. Attack check for you. I wasted a nat 20.
I don't know why you threw a 20. It's just the.
Because I misclicked.
You take 7 points of damage because he clocks you in the jaw.
Oh my god.
I am going to then walk over here.
You're blocked.
The path is blocked.
Can I let him by?
It's not your turn.
Oh my god.
Positioning is everything.
I can go over
yes,
here.
you can. You can go and hide in the corner.
I'm gonna go to the corner and just prop myself up against the wall and sit down.
What is my thinking?
Just
What is my thinking?
dazed, confused, and oh so very hurt.
It's Reldir's
Mondays,
turn.
huh?
It's Reldir's turn.
Alright, well, I have a clear line of sight.
Shoots caution in the face.
I am going to fire at him. Also, is my transformation still up or no?
No.
Okay. Dang.
Caution ain't gonna make it out, boys.
Did it.
Yes, he is.
Yes!
Throw damage.
Oop, I was about to throw a d20 for damage. Alright. Beep, beep,
You
beep.
can kill him. Please.
Oh.
That's not gonna be enough.
Well, I mean, I still.
1 minute boost.
Nope.
So what happens to him?
You fire the thunder cannon, and it hits him in the arm, but he kind of just shrugs it off.
Oh. I still have my movement, right?
You do?
Don't leave me unguarded.
I'm going. You know, I'm not even gonna move. Like, I'll move inches. I'm going to press myself up against the wall here.
Okay.
Just like as far back as I can go. Just like press myself up against the wall.
Basically just propped up like.
It's
Okay.
time for the three.
It's the orc's turn. And what he's going to do is he's going to take a step back,
Oh.
kind of
no.
enter a stance where he puts one arm in front of him and then like a leg forward and then does a spin kick
Whoa!
and shoots a wave of blue fire at the 3 targets in front of him.
Oh,
Nice.
not me.
So, if you can't figure out what class he is by this point, you're dumb.
He's a fighter.
No.
He's a monk.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say that sad face.
And that's going to cast Burning Hands from his feet.
Ew,
That is really
burning,
cool.
Yeah.
Burning feet.
Scorching toes.
Okay, so I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna already screw this up.
Nat 20.
Why do you have to say it?
Okay, so yeah, you fail. You're taking the full damage. Now I'm going to throw your allies.
And
Okay. From left to
Oh my
right.
okay.
So Cloakman is fine. And then so the other 2 are going to take
Hopefully
full
get hit.
damage. That's going to be 4d6.
Oh, so it's like the thunder cannon.
That's a
I'm
lot of
Dark
damage.
Cannon.
No, it's no, my bad. It's 5d6.
Oy, oy.
There we go.
That's even more damage. Angie,
mean,
I'm
if-
sorry, I punched you.
So if you had
Okay.
succeeded, you would only take half as much damage.
It's like Ryu's little like spinning kick where he jumps up in the air.
Yeah. Angie, I'm gonna put you in
Ooh.
range.
So that's going to be 15 fire damage to Angie and Elfman, and then 7 for... Actually, it's going to be 7 divided by 2. That's going to be 3 damage, because in favor of allies. He's going to take 3 damage, bringing his cloak up to try and block the fire, and a portion of it
The
gets
cloak
absorbed.
lights on fire.
But this wave of blue flame fires toward you, and you take 15 points of fire damage.
Angie, you aren't knocked out cold, are you?
I don't believe.
Have you not been calculating your health?
No, actually, I've completely forgotten where I'm at now.
You don't even have health. Oh lordy. These are the things that we check. So, for all intents and purposes, because you haven't been healed, and you've taken a lot of
Yeah.
punishing, you're unconscious.
Damn.
Can I perform CPR?
You're a bird.
At least I'm not a skeleton.
With your bird talons, when trying to perform the chest compressions, you cut into her chest with your talons.
Okay, so you're unconscious.
Claws.
It's currently Elfman's turn,
Yeah, Elfman.
and starting to get upset, pulls the pendant out of his pocket
Oh boy.
and just chucks it at him, and leaping like mid-air, it starts to glow a purplish color and then forms the shape of the panther from before.
Ooh. Wow.
But Orkman gets to make a reaction and try and punch him in the face.
Oh boy.
And he
fails.
fails.
Oof.
So the panther is going to do a leaping strike at him
Ooh.
and fail. Very eventful. And then Cloakman is going to fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, my man, Cloakman.
And that's going to be a D8.
He's
Dealing 4
he's
points of
great.
damage.
He's doing great. At least I hit him with like 16 damage.
And then it's Angie's turn.
What?
Death saving
Oh,
roll.
Well,
shit.
I was gonna say.
Throw a
do I
D20.
roll?
And then add your wisdom, so +5. 11 is going to fail. And then it is going to be Koshrin's turn.
In
Can
the
I
corner.
look through my herbalism kit and see if I have any herbs that could wake her up?
No. You don't have
Oh
anything
no, I
in
can't
there.
look.
No, you don't have anything in there. You can look, but that's
Ugh.
going to be an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
look, and
oh,
there's
no.
there's nothing in there that would help in this situation.
Huh.
I don't know what to do, man.
I throw one boss.
Where's Nakan?
Look, man, I can't do this.
And then, what else are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You can use one of your hit dice to restore your health.
Oh, yo, is that a thing I can actually do?
Yes, it is, and you can do it 3 times between short rests.
Yo, I didn't even know.
It's a D8.
Wow.
It just takes an action.
Well, here, let me go ahead and suck health
3 health back.
plus cons.
Nope, just 3 health. Your
Hit dice plus cons. Hit points at first level. No, I was lied to.
No, that's to
Yeah,
show
it's
your
just one
age.
die.
It's just
Yeah.
1 die. No bonuses.
Yay, I'm at 4 health.
Yes.
I'm going to stay at this wall. Cry.
Well,
Now it's Raldir's turn.
so do we know how much health she has?
It. Z.
No, you don't know how much health is just on Kuncius.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm hoping Purple Tigger over there can do that.
I mean, you could.
Just, hopping on his tail over there, like, wait, I forget how Tigger speaks in that yeah, like that.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Go on.
Alright, well, the little boy over there has that under control. So, I will, I guess, use, Cure Wounds on the woman.
Do it. First or second level.
Well, I mean, I guess what would be better?
Second level.
Probably second level.
2 d8s.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. I'll use second level. Why not?
Throw 2 d8s. So much hesitation.
Yes.
It's a very good spell.
1d8.
Debatable.
What do you mean? I've healed like 16 health with it.
Plus spellcasting ability modifier was.
Yeah, it's your intelligence.
Oh.
So it's throw the 2 d8s and then add your intelligence modifier.
All right. Well, here's this, and
Holy shit.
that, and my int modifier is 3.
Okay,
is
so
good
you
for
heal
you.
for 15 points of damage, but for all intents and purposes, you wake up with 1 health.
Okay. Understandable.
Calculate your health.
You know what? 2 health, because I'm feeling generous.
Generous.
Yeah. After almost killing us.
I am a benevolent but generous god.
And then this guy, the orc, is going to look you square in the face, Raldir, and do Fist of Unbroken Air.
Is he gonna like punch him through a wall or something? Oh no, he's gonna punch him into me. I'm going to die because of you.
Hey, but what about me?
Okay. So make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Well, I don't have any modifiers for that, so yummy.
Pray to your god. That's it, no modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You succeeded,
Yes.
so you only take half damage
Oh.
of 5d10s.
Well, I'm gonna die.
Nani?
But it doesn't
Okay.
knock you away because you succeeded.
Well, I mean, I'm legitimately probably going.
You take half damage from this.
Yeah, I know.
14.
Yep, I die because I was at 13.
You don't die, you're
Oh, no.
unconscious.
I'm knocked on. You know what I mean.
This guy is really fucking you guys.
Seriously.
Why did you do this?
Why?
Because there's 6 of you?
We lost our tiefling because he was being a butt.
Yeah.
And we also lost our
There's
chip.
still 6 of you right now, counting the panther.
But the panther's not doing nothing. The tiger.
Yeah, the panther's
mean,
gonna swipe at him now because
he
it's the
is
panther's
doing
turn.
legit-
The guy
Legitimately-
who Eldritch Blasted did something more than
He
this
missed.
panther.
Yeah, like I said, like I compared this dude to like Tigger. He's just like jumping around, just ooh.
Then the elfman's gonna come up and attack with his swords. Hey, a natural
Finally.
20. And the
Thank
second
you,
one,
Elfman.
that was almost a 1.
Yo.
So both of those are gonna land, and just let me throw damage.
Yo, he's so tired. Like, you know what? I'm done here.
I just want this to be over. This wild ride.
So the first one deals 13 damage,
Hi.
and that's gonna be enough to kill him. So he's just going
thank the
to
Lord.
slice at the tendon in his leg, make him fall to one knee, and then do the the Star Wars Count Dooku, just the X with the swords,
yeah.
and just.
Yeah. Thank the Lord.
And with that, we're going to be taking our first break. It is 3
gonna
hours
say-
into the stream.
I finally can I take a shower? I need to wake up. Natural.
You have
Whatever.
5 minutes.
Okay, never
At
mind.
Take a quick
the-
one.
No one was gonna use the
Honestly,
We're gonna take our break now,
Is-
I'm gonna splash my water.
Alright.
so we can stop this weird music and put on some.
Is the
Some better
game over?
music.
Is the game over yet?
Okay, and we're
Okay.
gonna get back to you guys in a bit.
Is the game over yet? End it here. It's been a good ride.
Who's here? Nobody. Okay. So, actually, in favor of keeping these episodes rather short, so that way they come out a bit quicker on YouTube, we're going to be going ahead and ending this session here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is the first part of our first dungeon. We'll see you next time. Just a quick announcement as well. We will be starting our next session next week on Thursday at 5. And you can also look forward to catching the Draenora stream, which is going to be happening on Saturday at 6:30 CST in the PM. And unfortunately, due to the formatting, we aren't able to get the episodes prior of what's been happening in Draenora. I will make a video doing a rundown and an explanation of what's happened so far. But we will be starting with the first episode that will be uploaded of Draenora after it is recorded on Saturday. So this episode, if you're watching it in the stream right now, will be going up tomorrow on Friday, as it is currently Thursday. And you can look forward to watching that. And if you're watching on YouTube, come on over to the stream at DomaGaming on Twitch, so that way you can just watch it live and interact with us in the chat. That's always nice. And we'll see you next time for Orizon D&D.